Yo, what's up, and welcome to the Why Are You Still Single podcast. We are here and we are in the building on today. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this video right now because trust me, we are getting ready to unpack. Is the church why you single? Is the church why you single? But before we get into this topic, let's go ahead and introduce our panelists today. We have to my left,
Jungle TV.
Oh, yes. Boom, boom, boom. In the building. To my right,
Mrs.G.
You already know her. She's no stranger to the channel. And then to her right, we have the lovely
Pastor Frank is in the building.
Boom, boom, boom. Pastor Frank, y'all.
He's shooting.
He's always shooting. Pac always shooting.
Come on.
Shoot him up.
West Coast. We got to represent.
Hey. It's going down. Happy 420 if you are at home with your friends, with your family, smoking on some buds. We also have a call-in number for you, so you can call in, ask any one of us your questions, or just really get into the topic and let us know, is church the reason why you single? Why you're single in the first place? Here you have a mixed cast of married, single, divorce, dating cast. So let's just find out where you stand in the dating poll.
I have a lifelong partner.
Oh, turn up. He got a lifelong partner. Y'all know I'm married. And Mrs.G?
Single.
She's a pimp.
Is you mingling? Just in case somebody want to holler at you today.
Yeah, I'm mingling.
Oh, she mingling. Oh, and she said round.
She got a team.
So that means you young
baby.
guns out there that don't mind a little. She's older, but she don't look it at all like she look young like me a little bit.
So how young you going for the guys to know?
Tell them they gotta hit in your
30s.
inbox and try. So she trying to date.
I can't do no 20.
She trying to date my
You
age.
can't do a 20s. Why?
No.
The boy got stamina, girl. You better stop playing with this little
30s,
boy.
I'm good.
30s?
30s.
30s. And Frank, what about you, my boy, Pastor Frank?
I'm married. And my
Married?
wife is watching now. I'm married
Hey,
with 4 kids.
Hey,
you hear what I'm
wife.
saying?
Married with 4 kids.
4.
4.
4 or 5.
Four.
Shoot.
4, 5. Which do you not know?
No, it's 4. So I got 4. I got 4 biological, and then
No, you have 5 children. We're not
yeah,
even.
that's
gonna
why
go
I don't
into
play that
That's why I
game.
was
That's
like,
what
you
I'm saying.
said 4 or 5. Like, nigga, did you forget how to count your
No,
children?
No, you know when you get
You know how many mouths you
ain't,
feeding.
you ain't there yet. But when you get to a certain number, you just whatever. You forget the names. Come on, you boy, come on now.
I got a quick question.
Yeah,
Are your kids by the same person?
my first is not.
Okay.
My first is not. And well, let's say the first 2. So my first is my biological son. He's not. And then he has a daughter that I took on. And then my last 3, I popped them out like boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
So
I'll just ask.
yes.
Oh wow. Okay, we're here.
I just told all my business,
Yes,
all
you
of them.
did.
Y'all want their social security? No, I'm just playing.
Hold on, he got our social. Wait, he talking about his kids. Hold on, it's still tax season. You might have missed it by a day, but again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into this topic. I'm gonna try my best to bite my tongue a little bit on tonight. Just kidding. But Jungle TV, my boy, let me know where you kind of sort of stand on this topic. I want the channel to get familiar with you, who you are, and hear your voice.
Getting an understanding of who I am, you gotta know first that the question that's being asked tonight is, are you still single because of the church? Well, on my stance when it comes to the church, I don't subscribe to Jesus Christ. I don't subscribe to Allah, Buddha. I subscribe to the Neteru, right?
Say that one more time. The Neteru?
Yeah, I subscribe to the Neteru, the Neteru, Africa, strictly African.
Okay, because I'm like, who the hell is Neteru?
Yes.
No disrespect, but
The Neteru.
I got a homegirl named Neteru.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, you know her? That's the homegirl.
Yeah,
Shout out Neta.
Yeah, I subscribe to the Neteru. The Neteru simply means gods and goddesses.
Mm-hmm.
It's also from ancient Kemet out of Egypt, which was connected our people that look like me and you, to cosmic studies, universal studies, divinity, spirituality. The black woman was recognized as a god. You got gods. Is the word Neteru mean? The word Neteru means gods and goddesses. So, it's a deity system from the Nile Valley mystery system created by my God I pray to is Ra, one of my many gods I pray to is Ra.
Many gods. You pray to many gods.
Yes, Ra being the god of light, the sun god, the creator of gods. You know, the father of Osiris, grandfather of Osiris, Horus, Heru, you know, stuff like that. So when it comes to the church, and to dive right into the question, sticking to the topic, I don't think that women are single solely because of the church, of the Western civilization. We got to get an understanding of that first from the Western civilization, but it's playing a big part. The church is playing a big part in why great black single women are still single. 'Cause I don't date outside my race. I don't see anything past
Well,
black
should got a Honda. Okay. All right. Somebody said Wawa Asi. Does these mean anything to you?
Not at all.
Okay, maybe they just type. I'm just trying to make sure I ain't missing no, back in the ground. All right. Now we're gonna take this over to Mrz.G before we get to Frank about this topic. Let me know where you sit, where you stand on is the church why you single?
I think, like Jungle said, I think it's part of it is why, but in a negative way.
Okay, explain.
Because unfortunately, it's a lot of these dudes out here. Yeah, they subscribe to the Bible. Half of them not even living it, and then they expect me to be like one of those women in that book, and that's not happening. I'm my own God, and I'm not finna let nobody try to tell me, demean me, make me think that I have a place and all of that. That's not happening.
And in your opinion, the Bible makes women feel like they have a certain place?
Yeah, name me a warrior female from the Bible.
Okay.
No one. I'm asking you.
Name you one.
Yeah. I was gonna let Pastor Frank get you there. You have a lot based on the stories and the trials and tribulations that they gone to that can be seen as definite warriors.
Gotta be trial and tribulations.
Have you not gone through trials and tribulations?
Yeah, but why we always gotta relate that to being?
We gonna come back. We gonna come back to you, Pastor Frank.
Yeah,
holla at me if you hear me. Is the church why people are single? Women, men. Let's tie that all in.
Well, let's say yes and no. And I'm usually not the kind to go in. Yes, if you're talking about that the church brings us into accountability and sets a moral code.
Okay.
So when there's anything that set a moral code, there's going to then be people who is going to now put people into a place of accountability, and accountability is then going to lead us to people you're not gonna make it. You won't be. The church brings us, and if we're talking about the Christian church, brings us to a place that women gonna be single because it brings them out of being property, being an object. Okay. And so when you then give women the right of personhood, the imago Dei, that they're made in the image and likeness of God, and you bring them out of objectivity, then that's going to then be a problem, because most men who deal, especially in a society where we've learned toxicity of masculinity, have to want to look at women as ownership. You get what I'm saying?
I don't understand.
You don't get. I'm walking all the way down there. You brought me back. I'm glad you understood. I didn't let me know. You got me back to remembering my when I was in Cal State Long Beach. I learned by the Dr. Maulana Karenga, one of the top Egyptologists, about Matianism. So he brought me back into that place.
I hope y'all listening.
But when we got into it, so when you look at, majority of time when we look at, even no matter what you look at your religious code, I'm gonna bring it out of religious code. So let's bring it out of church, because my brother started out of religious code. Any religious code, even as he used Kemet. There's always that yin and there's always a balance, right? So Matianism taught that there has to be a balance in life.
Yes,
and so Mott teaches there has to be balance, right? And so therefore, in that sense,
and she was a female goddess, by the way. I got it. But you even know within that religious thing, there are lower gods, higher gods. Oh, yeah, most definitely.
They're all of that. I'm saying once we put one into a place of balance of we are now equitable is the probably word I want to use, but equal. Let's use equality. I don't really use it a lot, but let's use equal. Then we've put in if we're going to use balance, we've put now man and woman on the same same plane. And once we put them on the same scale, that now is going to become problematic to a society of men who now only deal with possession ownership. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now if a system is not teaching men how to deal with their balance, looking at women as an equal part of balancing out, right? Montanism, one of the things that's good about ancient Kemet is where you're going to find the very first teaching of what we would call the Trinity in the Bible. Theirs was man, woman, child made up the divineness or the God, the Godheadness, right?
It makes connected to the cosmos.
Right. It makes the Godness. So what Christianity says is now we look at that same Trinity of showing Godness, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, and then we show that the mystery of that. Then we show the mystery of that is man, woman, and the child. So that's why the Bible says if you want to see the mystery of God, you'll look at the family. So here is a bridge in where you're going to see Egyptology, Egypt, Kemet, Israel, Christian views kind of, they look at the same thing and merge. I bring that up to say is that anytime you put it on a place of balance, in a society that is already imbalanced or off balance,
it's like we're set to rebel automatically.
That is now ran in a patriarchal order. That means that women then will find themselves out. If you start teaching balance to imbalanced person, they're gonna reject you, and that's where we at.
Like
now, for my sister to bring her back up, if you're gonna talk about, she said, well, it's just the way you look at it. So, Eve, mother of the earth, she's gonna be our first. We're gonna see her as our first warrior. We can go off. I mean,
warrior.
No, we got to deal with that.
We blamed her for everything.
Why she got to deal
with that? They blamed her for
everything. You want to go in? So let's deal.
They blamed her for everything.
Before we go on to Eve, y'all let me tell y'all where I kind of stand.
I'm sorry.
No, we're good.
I want to rock.
Well, they gonna hear my little spiel.
Yeah, tell your story.
For me, is the church why you're still single? I'm going to kind of come with a different approach. I agree with Frank. I can say yes and I can say no. For the reason why I would say yes, it's because there are some people that are really, truly following what the church has to say, what the church has to offer, despite what the flesh does. There are some people that are really following the Bible and the teachings of the Bible, and they're like, you know what? I'm not finna go out here and just be with these people. I'm going to wait until I findeth my wife. I'm going to date and really do this dating thing the proper way until I find my husband. So yes, that's why they may be single. But then on the other turn, no, the church why you single? No. Simply because they're going to follow the flesh. They're going to do what the hell they want to do despite what's in place. Like I said, the world is already filled with so many people that's going to rebel. Like, they don't care. Anytime you give directions in the law of the land, people just don't care. They want to do what they want to do. They want to be seen as that bad boy or that bad girl. And, yeah.
And then can we say that, first of all, being single is not like a problem or a sin. Like, you know what I mean? Being single is not problematic. Some people are single because that's what they choose to want to be. Some people, that is how they're wired. They're wired to be. We assume that everybody's marriage material or everybody's married ready or everybody is made to be married, and that's not necessarily
But by
true.
biological chemistry, we are all created to be with somebody, whether that's just for mating, whether that's just for a relation partnership. Everybody is created for some type of purpose.
Right, but I mean, but at the end of the day, this is a good Christian.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Well, what's that?
I want to get back to this Eve, but go ahead.
Because you
came drunk.
It's
now
okay
what's okay?
Now it's okay that people don't want to be in a relationship. It's okay for them to date. Frank say everybody not meant to be in a marriage and stuff like that. You riding with it, but then
she was arguing with it.
No, I didn't. I need you to make sure when you hear me that you hear.
No, she was arguing that they
to
need to be with
understand. Like, no, there are some people in the world that are meant to be in relationships. They are meant to just be mating. It doesn't equate to them having to be married.
Thank you. That's what I've been. Okay, go ahead.
That's facts.
And hold on, let me so that you guys can
on
understand
that.
where
Go
Miss
ahead
G's
on
excitement
that.
is coming from.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Let me help you understand, Frank. We had a whole topic, and it was the topic in the conversation was, is marriage your end goal? In this particular conversation, she indicates how marriage is not her end goal whatsoever. And I indicated clearly, hey, if you are dating, marriage should be your end goal. Why are you just dating just to say I got somebody, to be with somebody?
But marriage for a woman, marriage. I'm trying to figure out a couple things. I think that we'll have to ask the questions about marriage when we come to.
I said she could correct me if I was wrong.
We gotta get. Listen,
I think we got to ask some
we gonna
questions.
have to gain.
I think that's the question.
Don't she
about where we going with this?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm worse than the elephant, Venus. Just let you know my memory is all the way intact.
Well, let the people know, because I'm pretty sure they want to know what's
because my point is, like Frank said, that some people just not own that. That's not their life path. Ain't that what you said?
Yeah, some people are not wired.
Thank you for that. But when I say that, okay, I'm the type of person, I don't want to be married anymore, and you just agreeing with Frank. Yeah, some people just ain't wired like that.
But I think where she knew I was going.
Frank,
No. Because what I want to say
you
is,
wasn't on there before. She knows exactly.
But what I'm saying is also,
what I'm
she brought up about dating. And so
don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't do it.
Oh, trust me, I got my life jacket
Don't
better
do
than
it.
me.
Don't
God is
do
good.
it. Don't save her.
So can I go
She
back to
don't
this
wanna
notion?
be saved.
I want to go back to this notion of Eve not being a goddess. So in our holy scripture, as we see Eve, is that the holy scripture starts off by saying that male and female are both a image of God, and he both gave them dominion, and he gave them both power to replenish the earth, gave them dominion, gave them authority. Now, Christianity has a long interpretation and different interpretations, and we have so many different sects that gives us. But if you're going to read true to the text, the truth to the text is that God starts this off with balance. So therefore, if Adam has control over, I'm talking about all animal kingdom, and we're talking about, if we're looking at it as the original man, he's having animal kingdom has to deal with from everything from what we would call dinosaurs on down to whatever we have. If he has control of that and she has the same, then she's not a weak woman. She has to be as much of as my boy, I think my boy down there would say, is she would have to be as much of a goddess on earth.
What? She is not going to be no goddess.
She would have to be a ruler on earth.
Let him finish.
She known for interrupting your doctrine.
Let him finish.
Obviously, for someone who don't believe in the Bible,
I'm a communication. I got a bachelor's degree in mass communication.
I love what you got, bro. Yes.
So, and I got a master's degree in entertainment and business. So, what? Stick to the communications part, please. Interview 101. Let him finish, please.
So, all I'm saying is if that interpretation is, if what we dialogue and look at the scripture from that point, she's not a weak woman. Now, you can tell me about what people's interpretation or how people have looked and viewed the hermeneutic that they have, their view of looking at things. That's your fault. That's not my fault. You know what I'm saying?
Now let's deal with it though in the way of we sticking to the question. That's at hand about, is the church the reason you still single? We have to get an understanding of this doctrine.
Let's talk about the doctrine.
Let's get an understanding of the. You went to Payne College, right?
I went to Payne. I went to Fuller.
Right.
I went to Cal State. Let's talk about it.
Fullerton?
Listen. I'm glad he did his homework.
As a journalist, 101, day one, they teach you only put out the facts. All right.
Okay.
So
let's talk about facts.
And this is. So if we gonna stick to the church,
Uh-huh.
we have to understand doctrine. Right?
Doctrine. That's it.
Okay. We gotta understand scholarship.
Uh-huh.
We gotta understand institution.
Okay.
Right. So the problem with Christianity, Judaism, and Islam.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Abrahamic faith. Uh-huh.
Yes, which all subscribe to the first 5 books written by Moses, which the Hebrew earlier call it the Torah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So understanding the doctrine. Okay, we have to understand that first of all,
They educate.
Moses and Eve, Adam and Eve were never married. And I bring that up.
How they was never married.
They were the only 2 people here, according to the doctrine of Moses.
Uh-huh.
If they were the only 2 people here, no one was there to marry them. Not only that, it gets deeper.
Come on, brother. You from Kemet. You don't need another entity to come into marriage. You need covenant.
Okay, now stop
Which
right
is
there.
a blood
Stop right
covenant.
there. Stop right
Come
there.
on now,
Stop
talk
right
to
there.
me now, Doc. Come on.
Stop
Come
right
on,
there.
Doc.
That is something you understand. I'm getting to a point.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't want to talk at you. I want to talk with you.
Yes,
because
sir.
what we need is education.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, understanding, you are going to say that because of where you're at with Christianity, God, Jesus Christ, on your particular end, because you went to school for this, you're deep into it, so you understand it from a different level. What we have to do is, as people of the scholarship for what we study and what we know, it's our job to relay these messages to the people that have taken these messages and misread them and misunderstood them, so they understand this doctrine.
Agree.
Okay? So what we get to is this. We understand Moses is the author of the Bible, the first 5 books, right?
Yes, sir.
We get it's not so Adam and Eve, according to doctrine, they're never married, right?
I don't agree with that, but yes. God is there. And you a man, Well, let me ask you this, because I'm trying to understand is Ra real?
Ra is not real just as well as Jesus Christ isn't real.
Ooh, Jesus.
So Ra, so your belief system is in something that's not real.
Just as well as Christianity.
No, I don't. I'm just. I'm
yes,
trying to find out.
Yes.
So
yes.
You believe in a belief system that is not. It's not. There's no real. Why ascribe to a belief system that's not real?
Well, first, since you pose up this realness thing, Jesus Christ and that doctrine and Moses and all that is not real. These are fictional characters.
But I want you to start.
Yes, I'm getting to it. I promise.
So fictitious characters.
Yes, fictional characters, right?
Based on what? But I'm saying the fiction is based on what?
The fiction is based on what they stole from the African people and the Nile Valley Mystery System and ancient Kemet as well.
When you say what they stole, can we clarify that for our people?
What did they steal?
Yes.
And who is they?
What is stolen?
What is okay? So
What?
I know what he means.
Listen,
but I know
we are. Listen,
I want to make sure they
want to
know
what was stolen from people that look like me and you, right?
Absolutely.
So now you wait. Let's back up a little bit.
I'm just going to ask the question.
No. We're gonna help you. First of all, to say that the Hebrews did not look like me and you, that's wrong.
I said they didn't look like me and you.
You said they stole. Moses stole from people that look like me and you. Moses looked just like me and you. He grew up. Understand the text.
I don't. Moses.
How you don't?
Moses.
He grew up as an Egyptian.
Moses was born.
Saw as an Egyptian.
Moses was born in Egypt, right?
He's a Hebrew.
Listen. Moses was born in Egypt, right?
Hebrews are not black people, sir.
Y'all let him depict him as white.
40 years.
Hebrews. Don't tell me about the book. It's Hebrews black people. Hebrews is not black people. The Hebrews is not black people.
I never said they weren't.
You said what you said is they stole from people who
And
look
that's
like
what I was
they-
trying to
Yes, they
figure
did.
out who was the
They
they
did.
that he was
And then
referring to.
when I was getting to it, he cut me off.
Okay,
Like,
so
literally.
let's
Literally, he
because
cut
we
me
still
off.
is the church while you sing on. We're in the church.
I'm trying to get your
because I'm really am. I'm trying to get you there. I've been cut off every time. So
go ahead.
understand
I mean, you, Doc, you know, we in California, we smash. So I just needed you to smash to the place where you was going because I'm trying to understand. You went to.
I can shut him up.
You went to. But he went to a couple of things.
Listen, he ain't let me talk yet, bro. You have.
Go ahead. I don't know. You just threw out stuff. Jesus ain't real. Moses ain't real. So we just trying to get to where you going. But go ahead on. We'll let you take your time. Go ahead.
Take your time. I really wanted to know who was the they.
I'm trying.
What
I was going there.
Come on, Jungle
going
TV.
there.
We
But
got
you know, the Jesus freaks. This is what happens. When you throw that Jesus ain't real now. This is what happens.
I am a true believer, so don't get offended.
Okay.
Now we a Jesus freak.
It's okay that you
come on, young man.
With Jesus.
Come on, young man.
No. I don't take offense because you know people can offend for me.
No, let him. He has to finish.
Oh no, I'm gonna let him finish.
Let him finish.
I want people to.
It's okay. We're Jesus freaks. Let him finish. He's taking a long road.
Come on,
this brother hurt, man.
I hear you.
I ain't said nothing wrong.
No, you haven't.
You ain't said nothing yet.
He said.
That's where we're trying to get to. So let him go.
Come on, Jungle TV. I need you to educate our people.
So, understanding before Christianity was started by Pontius and Boetius from the Nile Valley Mystery Civilization mystery system, the doctrine existed maybe 300 or 400 years before Constantinople declared it away at 325 between 322 and 327 A.D. at the Constantinople of Nasir and Nice, right?
Okay.
He declared Christianity the way, and he had Michelangelo paint a picture of Jesus using the likeness of his uncle, right? So before then, you had what you call the Nile Valley Mystery System, what us as believers, Africans, people that look like me and you, we pray to the deity system. And the God of all gods was Ra, you know, the sun god. He was the creator of gods, you know, according to the Nile Valley Mystery System. What you have here is Christianity, Judaism, Christianity, and of course Islam, because they the little brother to all the other religions. They came AD. That's an AD religion. What you have is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. What you have is the smoke. That's the smoke, right?
Okay.
What we are, you know, what Kemet represented was the African people, the Nile Valley Mystery Civilization. We represented the fire, right? So the smoke is the hallelujah. You know, it sounds great, but the fire, where these stories came from. When you pray to any one of those prophets or whatever, right? So say you're praying to this Cain and Abel story. That came from, you have to ask these pastors and ministers where these stories came from, right? The Cain and Abel story came from Osiris and Seth, right? Which were the sons of and grandchildren, offspring of Ra. Ra made a prediction that according to African folklore and, you know, the deity system, Ra made a prediction that he will give his sons, his kids will give offspring to a wave of new gods. And that's where you have Isis. Isis is where the Immaculate Conception come from with Mary, right? If you go to Dendera and other places, even Luxor, the school of the great high priest where Moses studied from for 40 years before he went to Medina and got help from the Mennonites who were Ethiopians. That was another 80, that was probably 80 years before Moses got to the Mount Sinai and got the Ten Commandments from God, right? So you will see this, what you call the Immaculate Conception, right?
Where did the Egyptians get it from? Where did Kemet get it from? Kemet is not the first. It is at the time. It's not the first. It's not the first.
No, it's not.
Religious system.
No, it's not. It's the.
Kemet is not the first.
What you have in Kemet, and I'm glad you said that because a lot of people get that distorted. What you have in Kemet is the perfection of what mankind started. It is.
So they're not still. So Kemet is not stealing it from anybody. They didn't steal it from somebody else. See, we use the word steal when we find that.
Who you gonna say, the Hebrews and Sumeria? You gonna say
I
the
didn't
Hebrews?
say it was. No, I was not. No, I'm not.
Okay, cool.
I'm not. I wasn't even saying that. I wasn't even starting there.
And you said who Kemet got it from?
I
right?
said who did Kemet get it from?
We can answer that as well.
Go ahead.
Kemet, the Nile Valley Mystery System, which started in. You got to know we're gonna do history, right? The Nile is the only river that runs the opposite way, right?
Okay.
Which was started by Africans. Did that? They reversed it, right? So
the Africans started the river.
No. Ra according to African folklore story, started.
But Ra doesn't exist. That's what you said.
No.
No, you told me Ra don't exist. See, this is what I'm saying is it sound good. Ra is not real. Jesus is not real. So how did Ra start the water? We got baby.
Hold your thought.
Listen.
1 second, and then we gonna come back to Miss G because
I'm gonna answer that.
I
just like he
wanna
excited.
answer.
You gonna answer that? Look, I'm excited
answer
too. But we have a caller on the line. Thank you so much, caller. You are now on with the Why Are You Still Single? Caller, are you there? You on with Vita Goddess and the gang?
Okay, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? And who do we have the pleasure of speaking with tonight?
I'm pretty awesome. My name is Walter.
Hi, Walter.
Hi, how are you? I'm actually WTV's barber.
Okay.
So I
Did
know
he come in
guy.
for a cleanup today?
Oh,
No, I'm playing with you.
Doc. Help him, baby.
Hey,
I
barber.
don't need it.
Look, he said, I don't need one. I'm
It's
fresh
cool.
as I'm is.
You know what I'm talking about? But so I'm watching the live, right? It's actually kind of lagging. So the live is like a little bit behind on what you guys are talking about now. But I had to call in because I was listening to the dialogue, and when it got to the point where they were talking about Moses, the one thing I have to really, really just kind of just try to shed a little light on is the fact that even if Moses was born in Hebrew, right, but he was raised with the Egyptians,
Which makes him African.
the 10 Commandments are literally 10 of the 42 laws of ancient Kemet.
Yes.
Let's do this.
We listening. We hear you, brother.
Okay. When we talk about Moses, right? Because Moses is like basically the foundation of I guess you could call it the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible. All the oh yeah, okay, my bad. I'll let that, But where these I guess you could call them conceptions of our standard of living with that first 5 books of the Bible. I would like to ask the pastor, how does he feel about that?
There's no see. This is where people don't get. It's no disagreement about Moses being African. There's no disagreement that Kemet has a system in which they look at the world. There's no disagreement from my perspective that there are other people who are viewing what we call God in a way and are trying to make sense of this God question. I'm not in no disagreement with all of that. Where I am in disagreement is this, that I believe all religions are in the time are learning, influence, and borrowing. I don't use the word stole. I don't use that for sake. That's fine with you. That's what he asked me. I'm the pastor. But you know what I'm saying? So I don't deal with stole. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
No. Just to kind of ease the little tension real quick. I want to do this real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna take the word stole out of the whole equation. We're not even gonna argue about stole anymore right now. My question is this.
Yes.
Religion, literally, repetition. We've been doing it like this, and this is how we're going to keep doing it religiously. Repetition literally comes from, all right, our parents only had certain resources, so our grandparents gave them the resources that they had. The knowledge that they had at the time was not anywhere near sufficient to the knowledge that we have now. We have access to certain information that they did not have access to. So what they gave us was the best that they could give us to keep us surviving.
Facts.
But sir, kind sir, before you start wait, before you go there, that could be within your context. If we're going to say what we're saying, we're going to say Africa has educated, and all that what we find in Africa and what we will find in ancient Kemet, much of it right now, the world is discovering now. So when we talk about the architecture of the pyramids, when we talk about math, when we talk about any of those things, Kemet had already developed and perfected it. See, I'm not arguing with my brother I'm not arguing with my brother there. So what is happening, all I want to say is this, is you now may be becoming awakened and rediscovering already that which has been presented. Matter of fact, it's a Christian perspective that there's nothing new under the sun. So we're rediscovering things that are already evident in the earth. That I'm not knocking any of that. Religion to me is more than, it's that which has been the tradition that is passed down, and as we build on that tradition. So religion in a Christian sense is not just what you practice, but it's praxis. It is that theory and practice. What I've got passed down plus what I build upon. Our faith is alive and living.
Okay, so let's dig into it.
Wait, can I get back to it real quick?
Come on, Walter, do your thing.
So what? Okay, so what I heard you do was you just really tried to break down what you could understand of my perspective compared to your perspective. So
we don't do perspective. We don't do perspective in Christianity. Okay. But go ahead on. I understand what you're saying.
Okay, but no.
I'm not going to do your. What I'm saying is you're not doing perspective in Christianity. You're going to do what we call exegesis of a text, right? And so what happens is
Frank, you said exegesis.
Exegesis. So you're going to exegete a text, right? And so what is hard here is we're talking about Christianity based on the interpretation. Like, it ain't like y'all gave me Christianity, Islam, Judaism have books based on the authors of those who created them. And so if we want to engage about the religion, we need to talk to the experts. What I've heard is a sum total. That's why I kept going back to the brother. Let's talk about Egyptology. Let's talk about Kemet. Let's talk about where you come from. He wants to be an expert about something he don't even believe in, nor did he use the experts who wrote it.
Wait, stop. No, hold on. No, we got to dissect that though.
Let him dissect it, Doc.
Wait, real quick. Can I
Why I got you guys? Hold on. Why I got the tables calm? Look, you guys are on. I want for you guys to like, subscribe, and share this channel. Share right now because you guys are talking about some meat and potatoes that a lot of people don't know.
Black men, this is what I'm talking about. We ain't slapping each other on the awards. We trying to engage about.
We finna go to it's bats and bruises now.
Oh wait, he pulling out
doctrine. Okay, but I heard you, Walk. Go do your thing.
Now go ahead, Walk. One more thing.
We got to deal with this.
One more thing, Walk, because they got to talk. And Mrz.G, she's over here quiet, but she has a page full of notes right now.
She ain't got nothing to say.
Ooh, Jesus, the devil is a lie.
She ain't got nothing to say. You can't believe in the devil. You don't believe in God. I don't want to hear this foolishness.
I don't. I'm just
come with it, boo.
My turn.
Go ahead, Walter.
With your God is brave. She don't believe in God, but she got God is brave.
All right, let him get it off. Go ahead, Walk. Go ahead, Walk. Go ahead, Walk.
I believe in me. You damn Skippy.
I'm
a God.
Go ahead, Walk. Go ahead.
All right. Look, just to kind of cut down the confusion and the whatever. I didn't call to address how you guys are arguing with each other. I just tried to really kind of get you guys to understand like a different, I guess you could call it perspective. We got two ears and one mouth for a reason. As long as we're trying to talk over each other, nobody's going to learn anything. Nobody's going to learn anything. But I'm going to listen to what you have to say. But whether you choose or not to listen to what I have to say, it's completely up to you. But what I'm saying about this whole dialogue is just look at the facts. We're really coming from, I'm really going to come straight from the Bible. I'm going to come straight from the Bible.
What scripture?
When you look at the Bible, let's go to anything in Genesis. Anything in Genesis. First of all,
go in anything in Genesis.
All right, the first one. Anything in Genesis. First one I will do is 1 and 26.
Genesis 1 and 26. Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whose image were we created in? You're going to say we're created in God's image. But what you're going to read in your own translation, whatever, NIV or whatever, it's going to say we were created. He said, let us create them in our image.
Right.
Our. Who is our?
The God, eternal Godhead. You're not gonna argue with me. I'm a Christian. The eternal Godhead.
That's the thing. I'm not arguing.
The eternal God. What I'm telling you is if you was talking, sir, to a Jew, they may have a struggle with that text. Mm-hmm. I am a Christian. But God is talking to the eternal Godhead. The eternal Godhead.
Let me do this with Christianity. Wait, let's do this with Christianity. If you just give me a chance to talk to you, bro, I'm not even trying to overtalk.
Bro. Can we say this first?
Well, let me get to this dissection.
Can we say this? Can we say this? Can I say this?
Please.
This is what I want to. This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say is if we are going to be true, if we're going to be true Africans and we're going to be in the marketplace, we as true Africans love to talk from our soul. And so, bro, don't ever think hold on, sir, kind sir. Don't ever think that ever think that because we're passionate and intense that I'm not hearing you. I'm hearing you, bro. You can't use the white Eurocentric model that you guys are. Don't do that. We going to sit here and talk. This is barbershop talk right here. We get yelled. We going to get loud. We going to get with it because guess what? We passionate about it.
Extremely passionate about it. So my thing is, I don't even consider myself an African. I don't consider myself an American.
You can talk to
right. Watch this. Let me just do this.
What do you consider yourself?
I am. I consider myself I am.
As Yah. So you Yahweh.
Okay, so caller, let me ask you this before we let you go.
Yes,
and I really appreciate you calling in, dialoguing with us. It's been wonderful. If you have to sum up, is the church the reason why you're single, or the reason why
that's what we got to deal with? That.
You believe?
Let's don't get away from that. We got to deal with that.
Why people are single? Would you lean more towards the church is why people are single, or would you say no? It has absolutely nothing to do with why people are not getting in relationships and dating.
All right, so back to the main topic. I honestly really consider the church. The church is honestly the ones that really killed Jesus, if you want to be real about it. I consider the church literally a control system. It's literally right there with the government. There are certain people put in certain places to control certain people. If I can make you control yourself, if I choose to be.
Are you single currently?
If I can make you control
I thought he
yourself,
said if I choose to be. I missed it.
I don't know. Are you single, Doc? That's all we asking, brother. Are you single? If the church is a control,
actually, no, I'm not.
Okay. So so if the church is a control, do you control? Are you married? Do you control your relationship?
Everything that I see around me.
Are you the priest of your? If you I am, then you are the priest. Are you the priest of your house?
Exactly. With everything that I see, everything I perceive, I'm in control of. I choose yes or no. That's the power that I have. I choose yes, I choose no. If I decide I want to be in this area, everything that I perceive, everything that
Are you in control of your relationship, sir? You're talking philosophical. I just want to know
who. I am in control of everything in my existence.
Okay,
we all are.
We all are. So your woman is in control of the existence of you, and you're in control of the existence of her. This don't make no damn sense.
No, we give birth. What you talking about?
It don't make sense.
It wouldn't be no existence if it wasn't me.
Somebody got to be somebody. Who's the decision maker?
You see her.
I just want to know who the decision maker is.
From a level of submission.
Creating a child.
So you believe in submission?
How we not first?
No. I said you're speaking from a level of submission.
I'm saying, so who makes the decision in the relationship? If it comes down to making a decision that we have to go with the decision, what decision do we go with?
Man, Walter, you've given us so much to think about.
Can I? Wait. Can I give you one? Give me one real quick. If you are considerate of the people that you claim that you love and you respect, your decisions are not going to be based on your own personal.
Do you own a house?
Thank you. Hey, he left us with that nugget. If you're considerate, we're going to thank him for calling. Hey, get in the chat because I am tuning into the chat box. Thank you so much for calling in, Walter. Right. I'm going to dialogue with you in the chat.
Yeah, Water don't own that. He don't own that
Go-
thing. Go ahead on,
Ooh.
brother.
I
Let me go on.
need to go and
ahead.
say something,
So-
please.
No,
Go
do
ahead.
your thing.
No, I want.
'Cause I haven't
my
been
brother
saying
been holding.
anything.
No,
I
we good.
haven't
We good.
said
We good. We gonna
nothing.
get to it. Trust
You
me.
still remember?
come
He
on.
like shit.
Okay,
The
so-
doctor not gonna remember. He got to
It's a
operate on heart.
misunderstanding.
Because we're gonna
That's
go a whole different place.
Yes,
That's why
yes,
I wanted
yes,
to
yes,
hear.
yes.
We
I
on
wanted
Miss
him to
G.
clarify. But
Yes.
go ahead on Miss G.
Okay, because you stated earlier that the church is the
here
moral
for the
code
pizza.
and accountability, and we all know
Believe
that's
in
a
moral code.
goddamn lie.
That's a lie.
If
Ooh.
I
You
ever
believe
seen
in?
one.
You did you say God? Wait, let
People
me
like
make. Wait, hold
Bishop
on.
Eddie Long
She did
that
say
was not held
goddamn lie.
accountable because they let him stay in the church after he.
What
I'm
happened?
addicted to boys. Yeah, Mr. Eddie Long.
Okay,
they
judge-
let him stay in the
judgment.
congregation.
Uh-huh.
See, that's
His
the,
church let
that's
him
the
stay in the
bullshit
congregation.
that-
Okay.
that's the bullshit
And
that
the
I
Lord-
can't
the Lord-
stand.
yeah, what
where
happened?
they talk about, judgment and all this. No,
You
some
judge-
shit-
you judge him,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I sure to God, I sure am. 'Cause
I
he-
sure to
yeah,
God. I don't know how you
sure
use the
am.
words God, but
And
you don't
even
believe in
though-
God. But go
no,
ahead.
I'm a God, so I can say it as many times.
Oh,
as
so
I
you a
want.
God?
I am. Yes.
A
that-
male
yes, I
God?
am.
God- not a goddess?
No, I'm
You a
a
God.
I'm a God.
Is God
I'm
gender?
All. I'm a
You
all.
you a man and a woman.
All.
This is
I'm
what
a
I'm saying,
all.
boy. This is
Because
a crazy
I
as hell.
have masculine and feminine energy, baby.
You don't have
can
no
say what
masculine
you
nothing.
want.
So that
What
makes you a
are
You
goddess.
just you don't have no
talking about?
masculine
So that
energy.
makes you a goddess.
She'll tell you she a
You
goddess.
don't have no masculine energy.
What's yin and yang?
Miss G,
then?
Miss
Because
G.
you said
You don't
something
have no
about
Miss
masculine.
G.
You don't have no
said
masculine
something about
energy.
yin and yang earlier.
You don't have no
mean
masculine
to tell
energy.
me masculine, feminine energy is not yin and yang?
You
Sure, you
don't have no
wow.
masculine energy.
Oh my God, you don't know.
You in a
anything.
room with men.
He's trying to
Anyway,
clarify for you real
like
quick.
I was
When
about
you
to
said
say-
God, you're a God. He wanted to clarify that for
let's
you.
understand this, right? So we got to get to this point where we start to gain understanding in this conversation, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sticking to
I'm a
the
goddess.
question and the topic at hand, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what's your name again, sir?
Frank.
Frank.
Yes, sir.
Right? Frank is educated on the scripture. People that's watching this, and this goes out to women, not specifically, but especially, right?
Uh-huh.
As well as us black men. Because I subscribe to, one thing I subscribe to is the culture, right?
Uh-huh.
So we have to gain understanding of the word. You know, and I know, Frank, that's not what's happening right now. We're going to get to that.
I got you.
And
I will agree with you.
and I'm not saying about you.
No, I
We
agree with
know
you.
that-
We have an ignorant culture, especially
yes,
when it comes
right?
into religion. I
So,
got you.
Sticking to the topic at hand, right? This is what we have to understand.
Is the church why you single? That's the
Yes,
topic.
right? So I must address my black women, right?
Talk to 'em.
and understanding this.
Talk to him.
Understand the doctrine that you are subscribing to first before we get to the point where we in mid conversation and we have these women that say it's in the Bible. Stop that. That's a problem because first of all, there's other religions.
But can you tell
right?
me what you think is what are they not? Because I think you're talking about the institution. We've had a conversation about the institution, but
But that's what
but that's a
y'all
conversation we can have. That's going to be different than here.
Yes.
What is the institution doing that they're infusing into people that's detrimental to them having relationship?
Right. They
Right.
one problem is the understanding part that they don't have, right? And what I mean by that is this. They have painted in their minds because of they just went to church on Sundays. They haven't dug deep and did the scholarly work to understand what they're reading. So
Some of them.
Jesus, some of them. Let's be right. Jesus to certain individuals is he only did everything right, but they don't understand the doctrine that we have something called the Aquarian gospel, right?
Okay.
The 18 books that's removed from the Bible from the ages of 12 to 30 with Jesus that shows Jesus as a normal person, right? So you have women, right, who say, I need a God-fearing man. I need a man that fears Jesus Christ, right? Not understanding who Jesus is. They only see Jesus as purity. He did nothing wrong at all. They don't understand the doctrine. So by you not understanding and you holding these men up to a standard of a person that you only understand one side of, it's affecting your decision. You may be missing out on a potential this thing Kevin Samuels talking about with a high value man in that situation.
But can I ask you this?
Yes.
When people are saying and when Christian women are saying they want a God-fearing man, I don't believe that they believe and I can't talk for all women, but I've been in Christianity for over I've been in this thing for over 30 some odd years. I don't believe they're looking. They know, and the doctrine teaches them your man will never be perfection, but that the reality of God fearing is this. I will say any person, and I would tell any woman, there is a problem when you have a man who is not submissive to some, I don't care if you call it system, I don't care whatever you call it, bruh. A man who has no submission to anything else can't call to be a leader in any way. That's
I agree. No, I agree. I agree with
and
that.
So I don't know if they're trying to
100%.
be. I don't know if they're, and let me say this, there are people within our culture who are radical, who they don't really want to marry you. They want to marry Jesus. And that's fine if that's what you want. You want to be with Jesus.
I don't agree with that at all.
I don't say I do, but that's a little, hey, some people got pen pals and marry men in jail. That's not my choice of what you choose to do. I'm saying for a real woman who wants to be married, she should know you can't marry. And let me say this, in Christianity, we don't marry gods, we marry men and women. And so therefore you know that in that person has flaws.
So let me ask you this, Frank, right? Because we got to have a conversation, right?
But she's perfect.
God ain't never murdered nobody.
No. God
ain't killed nobody.
Wait.
God didn't choose one
Hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on,
wait a minute, Ms.G. That part of the that part of the dialogue is for a different particular topic. What's happening with the church and morality, what's going on, right? So when me and Frank have this conversation, the Neteru and Christianity, you said you 30 years in, I'm 10 years into the studies.
Yes, sir.
Right? So what we have is a disconnect of a religious aspect of life versus a reality aspect of life. Because we have the hundreds of thousands that don't understand the doctrine that they're subscribing to, it has created a disconnect. We can agree upon that, right?
Can we agree that both of the doctrines, okay? Because on this hand, we have the Christian. We understand and we know very well you're a Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer, and we know very well that, like you stated before, you don't subscribe to Jesus. You pray to many different gods.
The fire, yes.
The fire. Okay. Is it safe to say that both have been misinterpreted, or people don't do enough research to truly understand one another?
Second part, yes.
It's that enough research is not done on the Christian and then on what
we
you're studying.
And we can say this, and I think this is the problem. Is I don't want to be Euro. I don't want to be Eurocentric in this aspect. Okay. If I take myself at is that's not true, and I'm not going to listen to that. But we can deal with you. We're gonna have to get you up. You're gonna have to come. If you're gonna come to an intellectual conversation, you gotta come better than this. What? Now, as I said, as I'm gonna say, brother, is this. I want to talk about. I want to talk about. I want to talk about the principle, and that's why I kept saying balance. Because I don't want to get into whether I look through Christian eyes or whether you look through Kemet eyes.
Yes, because we got to get to that.
Right. We can get there, but I want to talk about there is a underlying code, because if we use what you said, if Moses steals basic the crux, the substratum of of the Torah is stolen from Kemet's. Whether we're going to go through the 42 laws of the brother said and he taking it. At the end of the day, if I move away all of the other stuff and just deal with balance, all I'm saying is in scripture, there is taught balance, male and female. Yes. So what I'm saying is where do you say, where is it that black women are taking stuff?
Got you. Yes, I know where you're
going. They're taking stuff.
I like how you built up to that question. That's tight. I can tell you've been to school. I can tell you've been to school. That was tight. Because what I want to deal with is because I think, as you said, we can all of us up here can philosophically engage about something that the normal person at home is saying they want to boo. She wants to be.
Where is
She gonna get touchy on this. Miss G gonna get touchy.
Yeah. Miss G.
Gonna get touchy.
It don't matter. Miss G can get as touchy as she want to. Her hormones tell her she gotta have something to hook up to. So her body should be telling her, or maybe she's too old.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
This manosphere bullshit that they didn't trickle down into the church. That's what type of time it is.
Your body ain't calling. That's R. Kelly. That ain't.
No, it's plenty of y'all men who bodies is calling because
I'm not saying y'all.
Black women are the most sexually assaulted within the church than any other race. That's
black
facts.
Women are what?
So the most sexually assaulted.
In the church, they got
church. They got out of any race.
Assaulted. They got sexually assaulted in church.
Yes,
where's that
the church. Within the,
where is that statistic?
I googled it earlier.
Give me the statistic. Don't throw nothing out.
Go to Christian Post. The matter of
fact, Christian Post people told you.
So exactly.
What Miss G is getting at is this.
What did she say?
Y'all got a bunch of battered, broken women that's up in that church. That's to the point they so desperate for a man. They gonna sit up there and take any abuse that they gonna take to be with a man. Hence why a lot of these Christian relationships are trash.
I don't care that she's
and why
loud.
people don't do marriage like that. You talking over me. I let you talk plenty of times.
Most African American women.
Hold on, Frank.
That's the bullshit. This is what these manosphere niggas be doing. They talk over you women. They sit up here and they act like, now this is a pastor now. Over talking me because he thinks he's higher than me.
No, because you felt like
I'm supposed. I came here to talk.
Because you gave a statistic.
Hold on.
This is an intellectual conversation.
Hold on.
You came. This is an intellectual conversation.
And
you gave a statistic without having it.
She's trying to pull up the statistics
pull it up.
so that we can all be
on the same
page. I'm glad this conversation is happening.
This is the reason why, because the school that he went to, this Payne dude, he went to Europe and consulted with British Methodist clergy and studied their several colleges and educational programs. Came back because the AME church wasn't getting no play really up north. So after the Civil War, you know what they did? Went down south and prayed on our people. To get over 200,000 more members of a congregation, because he knew them people were coming out of slavery. They was desperate and they was hopeless, and that's what churches do. They prey on the desperate, they prey on the hopeless, and they prey on the weak. Just like that's why they're all under 501c3s, because they take from the community more than they give back. Oh, you want me to read?
That's a
Wait a minute. Let's deal with that.
Let's deal with that.
Oh, we gonna deal with that. Oh, we gonna deal.
Let's deal with that.
Go ahead.
Seeking donations and obtaining money and kind gifts for a non-profit 501c3 organization is the new hustle. It's the new hustle, and it's always been the hustle.
Who are you quoting?
Scam and con game in our ghettos, our hoods, and black communities. People are getting paid nice salaries, creating jobs, making careers, and getting rich off the pain and problems of the poor niggas in the ghetto. That's the sole reason why nonprofits exist, and the reason the so-called activists or advocators' frustrations are related to and is tied to the need for money, donations, grants, and sponsors.
Now, before
and they're
anybody
always
get into
begging for funding. Every Sunday they beg for some funding, but they tell you need to fix their problems, building funds. The pastor need this. Oh,
she know a lot about the church.
But meanwhile, back at the ranch, your ass is poor, and they're not giving no money back to the community, and they telling you to go pray and fix your problems and come to the altar. Now, so let's keep it real. I don't think, this is the problem. I don't subscribe to shit. I'm going to keep it 1,000 from the things my eyeball has seen, the research that I have done. So we can play and pretend all we want.
Can I ask again?
About the
who did you quote?
AME church.
Who did you quote?
I don't have to quote
No,
anybody.
I think that 501c is definitely something you can find online.
We got to deal with that.
Okay,
we got to deal with the 501c3 in the church.
This is what you brought me here to? This is what you brought?
It is factually known. Majority of nonprofit organizations.
Who are you reading from, ma'am?
90 to 95%.
This is called plagiarism. If you don't quote, bro, tell her if she doesn't quote.
Charleston White.
Okay, now
Charleston White.
Why we let you guys
It is
reset real
sexually
quick? Why we let you guys reset real quick? I want you guys to like, subscribe,
No, we just want you to know who you're reading
because
from.
we gonna reset.
Charleston White.
Y'all use your Bible for everything.
We gotta have dialogue.
I gotta have all this.
You ain't gonna have. You're not gonna have dialogue with this foolishness.
Listen, I came here for dialogue.
I hear you, Jungle TV.
We need dialogue.
Okay, so listen.
We grown as hell.
Again.
This yelling and going. I'm not here for that. I'm a communications major.
And we communicate. I'm trying
dialogue.
to.
Who's Charleston White? The football player?
No,
Okay.
he's a.
So look, you guys could call in the call-in number. I know there's some. I think there's a caller on the line, or we might have missed him. The call-in number is 424-234-8670. You guys go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Go ahead and share this. And really dialogue. We are reading the comments. If you see Jungle TV is looking down here reading. Miss G had my phone a second ago where she was able to look down and read the comments. But we're gonna get back into the conversations where Miss G was just talking about the 501c. Now, Miss G, there may be some people who look at what you just said and automatically become offensive. And I can say
no, clearly nobody's offended. You sound crazy. 501c3 501c3 is only a IR 501c3 because this is not what we come to talk about.
It's a nonprofit business.
All that is a designation of a certain IRS code. There are all type of people. 501c3s is a designation of an IRS tax code.
Now, he
I
says
don't want to hear that foolishness. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Stop. Okay. So let's get to it. Wait. Stop. We're not doing that. So let's get to it.
We're going to Jungle TV.
So let's get to it.
Miss G, I'm put the cans on.
So what I was getting, what I was getting to earlier, we ain't worried about Charleston White. In my opinion, the dude's he's a clown.
Yeah.
So anyway. Getting to what I was getting to earlier, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what happened earlier, right? Right before the whole blow up, right? What you have is that misunderstanding that I spoke of and people not knowing what they're subscribing to, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't necessarily, you can. We have free will in this country.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we have free will.
Unfortunately,
I think
I'm being funny. Man.
No, I thought you may have been a communist. I didn't know, bro. You know what I mean?
Funny. So, okay, Frank knows he's going to walk in the purity of what he subscribed to in the Bible. What
he believes,
right? We have to get this understanding first, because they'll try to throw atheists on me because I'm Netaru, right? I'm not an atheist.
Who's they? The world, the community.
Well, he was told. Okay. Well, I was told you was an atheist, so I'm glad that you covered that because I didn't know until you said that you believe in Kim.
Because we have to. This is the point where I notice when you go back and watch this video. When I speak, you're gonna keep hearing me say understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Atheist means you don't believe in God
at all. You don't believe in nothing.
No, that's not me, right?
Okay.
Exactly.
I believe in several different gods, right? The African spiritual system. Right? From the Nile Valley Mystery System, everything had its own life. I'm not chopping down a tree for nothing. I'm chopping down a tree. I need to make a bed for my son. I need some lumber.
Making a purpose.
It's a purpose for me chopping down that tree. It's somebody responsible for that tree. Whether it be, this is feminine, so I'm going to use my yard. Different things. The black woman was praised, right? So we're gaining understanding. This is what I brought this, right? Right?
In case y'all can't see, that's the need for a black Bible.
The need for a black Bible, The Black Man Religion, Volume 3 by Yosef Ben Akanan or Hokanen. He's familiar with this doctrine.
I would have called that Jakanan.
So watch this, right? What's happening is Frank, as a Christian man he better know his word, right? He's a minister, right? He's going to go get higher education and higher learning for his studies, right? We as African people from Kemet, right? We are not telling you burn down churches. We are not saying burn Qurans, Torahs, Noble Drew Ali Muslim situation he has, Torahs. We are not telling you to burn down churches. We are telling you what Marcus Garvey was trying to tell you. If you are subscribed to any of these religions, which is a title on your name and your existence, you need to be liberating your people. We seen Louis Minister Farrakhan put together a Million Man March, Frank. He didn't have a million men to go buy a million shoes from a black shoe manufacturer. They got up there and did speeches and they talked about nothing black to liberate our people. If you're going to be a Christian, a Jew, Latter-day Saints, Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah, Yahweh, Yahshua, anything, the Hindu God, anything you're subscribing to, Buddha, which represents greed, you need to be doing it. We need a black version of
liberating.
We need a black version of what we subscribing to.
I agree.
And we need to liberate our people. We posed the question, what is liberation? Buy black, support black. We had it. Black Wall Street. It existed. I'm in the state of California. I'm from St. Louis, right? One thing about Californians, the African man that's here, right? They are advanced in hustle. Even if they robbing something,
they have some type of hustle. I agree.
Listen, even in California, if they're not going to rob the convenience store. They rob banks in California. I'm not praising bank robbers, but
I got what you're saying.
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. The gang violence and the gang culture is on a different scale here. The knowledge and observation and literature, institution, scholarship is on a different level in the state of California. Why, though, in Southern California, Northern California, Central California for the black man? Why? Because why? You have a representation of African people that can show you how to survive on their own. And what I mean by on their own, Frank, is when you're in California, you're on an island.
Right.
The next closest people that look like me and you that we're going to get in a bunch is Dallas and Houston, Texas.
Right.
So in between this, you have to learn how to be a strong individual. But there's a disconnect, right? We're not holding us as black men, Frank, accountable.
I agree.
Right? Black women aren't holding themselves accountable, Frank.
Yes.
Right? And we are mixing the thoughts and the lit and the turn-up queen into the $100,000 black woman, the single black woman, the whole wholesome black woman. We are mixing all of them in one.
You're gonna get in trouble, Doc, because you talking that manosphere stuff.
So what happened is
you going against black feminism, Doc.
Are we going? You see where I'm going with this conversation?
Going through black feminism.
So now we have this thing. I've been watching the show, and I've been watching you in particular. I've been waiting to tell you this. So we have this thing, right? Listen. We have this thing to where we have a bunch of black men. We seen this Kevin Samuels guy pop up, right? Right? They have this hatred for the black woman, right? Because of what? They came up in this crack era, which California is famous for. They came into the coming of the nigga getting some money. Let's be real. Okay. So we didn't know how to deal with that type of situation. So we had Venus. This is our housewife. You know how they did in this era, right? We got the little Tiana around the corner, whatever. And so we make these babies and we live these unwanted lives and these secret lives, right? Which cause distortion along the way. And you have a woman like Venus who's still God-fearing in Jesus and everything that's going on. And you have a man that wants to place her in a certain place, and he still wants to experiment. So now you have these men, because the roles have reversed because of the 80s, 70s. The women seeing what their aunties, mamas, grandmas went through from their uncles, daddies, and cousins, right? And the males seeing that, okay, my mama was left out. My mama was single. So we started to reverse the role. You're seeing more of us in our kids' lives.
Absolutely.
Right? You're seeing more women, which have become the breadwinners. This where y'all messed up at, though, Venus. We have this thing that's been going on the show, A1, where we've been having this women are too masculine. Men need to explain this masculinity part, because I agree with it. I'm more 75% of disagreeing with it, and I'm 25% of agreeing with it, because we're not understanding why these women are taking the stance that they are taking. And once we understand it, we don't want to agree with it, right? We put these women in a bad situation, going all the way back to the Moors when they stole us in the 7 seas in the slave trade, and the Spaniards when they sent them down there to Haiti and, the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm talking about. Right. These women have witnessed us sell our souls and sell them off, and we're not getting our nuts back, and they're still on the chimney of the Cro-Magnon, Neanderthal, and the European, and the black woman has given up all faith in the black man, and now we're bickering at each other, and we never get to solutions because we're not honoring the black woman how she's supposed to be honored. Now, I bet you honor your wife.
Yeah, but let me say
I bet you honor your wife.
I do, but let me say this. One of the challenges that happen is this. and it comes back on what we say when we say in the 1970s.
Talk about it. That's a critical time.
This is a critical time when it comes up. When it's introduced to women about when we introduce affordable housing, when we introduce any of the housing projects, and we tell women, we'll give you affordable housing, we'll give you free housing, but guess what? You can't say you got no man.
We talked about that before.
You gotta be single, and we'll take care of you.
That is so.
It's the same.
True.
It's the same time. It's the same time.
Ladies,
if you want to talk about, because if we're gonna talk about living in Southern California, it's the same time that we see. It's the same time we see the dismantling of the Black Power movement.
Yes, that's true.
It's the same time. So we dismantle the Black Power movement. We've influenced. We sent your men to Vietnam to war. We got them hooked on heroin. Yes. We brought them back home.
Frank, let me say something to you, Frank. This is what I'm saying. What? No, stop. Hold up, ladies. That's
not statistics.
No. We're not going to drown you out. This is what's happening because I've had this conversation previously with other individuals. What I think Mrz.G wants to point out, right? What I think she want to point out, she's going, I just know this, right? She's going to take you to the point. What happens is we don't understand the root of where this stuff is coming from or the problem of these problems, right? So with the Affordable Act, right? I'm telling you where she going to go. Mrz.G, tell me I'm lying. I know she going to go here, right? The Affordable Act was created originally from widowed wives, right? White widow wives, originally. That's what the program was. Now, see, this is why understanding is very important. So understanding why it was created, but
the Monahan report,
Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, who we ain't addressing enough in this conversation. The Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, listen, the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal found out a way. They found a way to loop us.
To destroy the black family.
You dope black women. They found out a way
to destroy the black women.
Black men and destroy and target black women. And watch this. I hate to say it. Y'all fell for it. If we gonna say
hey, you know
what
happened?
Yes,
you did.
Can we say this? Can we say this, Doc? And this is what I want to say.
Yes, you did.
Because you brought it up. Can we say this? It's in the same time.
How come it's not? You can't prove it's not.
It's in the same time. Let's talk about the 19. It's the same time you will watch them publish their papers of saying this is the same time they studied Egypt. This is the same time they studied Kemet. They realize in their studies the only thing you can do to break the black is to break his family. That's the only thing
that's the only
you can
way.
break is the balance. So then what we do is we introduce to y'all, we say, we do this. If this racist, we send y'all black women go to school more than anybody.
Yes,
bro.
they love. I'm in
send them to
nursing
school.
I'm in dental school.
They send them to school.
Yes,
we gonna teach. Yes. We gonna teach y'all our feminism. We gonna teach you, and we gonna let you know. You don't need a man. Why? You don't need protection. Why? Because if somebody came in here, the police will take care of you. The system will take care of you. We're going to take care of you with Section 8. We're going to take care of you with the police.
Now, Frank,
there's some weak women. There's some weak women.
Now, Frank. Now, hold on, wait.
There's some weak women.
I got them. I got you. Because see.
That fall to that.
Hold on. Mrz.G. Look at me. Look at Mrz.G. This is what I'm saying, right? What we have to do is gain understanding. I understand what you're saying. Now, this is what we're going to do. Mrz.G, I want you to have the floor, right? Because what I don't want to happen is us talking at each other, right? We need to gain wait. We need to gain an understanding of your perspective. I want to hear what you got to say in this situation.
Well, as far as the welfare is concerned, that's not true. Because you can even look at this example of the show like Good Times. And I'm from Chicago. It was not necessarily the men had to be out the home for you to get welfare. So that's not even true. Maybe that's where y'all live at.
We're talking about Section 8.
Exactly. Public housing, Section 8. It's all the same.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
First of all, majority of, yes. Okay,
because y'all
Section 8 not look at the times y'all talking about. There was no such thing as no goddamn Section 8 for real back in the day where people were living in the suburbs. We were living in tall ass buildings.
Mrz.G.
Public housing in Section 8 is not the same.
Mrz.G, let's ask this question. If that's the truth, then you tell me, where is it that you can go? Where is it any shelter that you can take a whole family and a man go in there with his whole family? Name me where, in what state?
Oh, that's what the churches should be providing.
No.
let's
We
not
can't
go
do that.
back
Wait.
there.
What? The churches
We
should be
can't do
providing
that. Wait a
shelter?
minute.
Hold the fuck on.
But
What
hold
are
on.
we talking about?
Wait.
What are we talking
That's
about?
called
The
a
church is not
deflection.
supposed
You
to-
know
That's
you
not
right,
deflection.
dog. I
That's
fuck
the
with you the
truth.
strong way,
What are we
but
talking
I'm
about?
asking-
wait a
That's supposed to
minute.
be
Wait,
for the
we
community.
can't do
What are
that.
we
Wait,
talking
hold
about?
on.
The
Hold
church
on.
is supposed to be
Where-
shelter.
hold
Y'all
on.
say it all the time.
Where
What
is
are
Wait
we
a minute.
talking
Wait a
about?
minute. We got to
Y'all be
wait.
so-
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
What?
Stop.
I
No,
can't.
wait.
Y'all be
Understand it.
throwing me off.
No,
Y'all
understand
be
it.
throwing me
Understand it.
off.
Wait.
I don't be
Wait.
understanding
Wait a
what
minute.
y'all talking about.
So, right now, what we're having here is what I've been saying over time. We need a black Bible because I am frustrated with the fact that I got to get on the side of my black women, right? And I'm going to go against my black women as well because I have to be transparent in the situation. But I am going to make this make sense to my black women that's watching this show that may be out of touch and need to become in touch and gain essence, right? And get connected to spirituality. You don't have to be religious to be spiritual, ladies, right? Spirituality is something totally different, right? So gain an understanding. Black women it's this thing that's going around with black women need to know their place. You saying it as a black man.
Shantae.
You saying it as a black man, but you don't know how to tell a black woman her place, right? We have a goddess in the Neteru by the name of Mayat, Maat, right? Mayat, right? Go look up Mayat and see what she's responsible for. We'll take you to a goddess by the name of Isis, right? Isis is responsible for the immaculate conception of producing Horus, which the Christians got from Mary and Jesus.
I just want to ask you this question: Is there a God in Kemet that has masculine and feminine energy in him?
Yes.
I'm glad we got back to that because
No. You might be on to something. It's
I just want to know. I never heard of one.
It don't have to be in spirituality
because
balance.
No,
Spirituality.
stop. No, we're not gonna do that about my goddesses and my gods.
Come on.
We have a woman gods, right? We have Hathor. She's responsible for joy, feminine, love, and motherhood.
But is she masculine and feminine?
Now he asks if she was. No, we got Hathor. I got it right here. Hathor, the goddess Hathor, is responsible for joy, feminine, love, motherhood.
My friend,
masculinity is not in it.
Can you add the goddess Mrz.G because she has masculine and feminine?
I do. I have masculine and
I have a
feminine
problem
energy.
with that, Frank.
do.
I have
See,
a
I live
problem.
in
And
the
that's what we
spirituality
stop
world.
for.
I'm not in the religion.
I have a problem.
with that.
I'm into
Listen,
chakras,
I have a
things like
problem
that.
with this. Is what I get to with the transparency comes
That's
into
what I'm
place.
talking about.
I have a problem, and I see this a lot with Christian men and Islamic men, especially the Arabic and the Hebrew. The Hebrew was the first. I go all in the doctrine. Don't make me dive in. The Hebrew was the first people we ever seen with child rape and woman abandonment. And the Hebrew people came in because they looked at you, Venus,
how
and
they
you.
talk about
They looked
women.
at you, Venus, and
No.
you, Mrz.G, as
No.
sin
I'm just trying
creators
to- I'm
based
trying to
off
see where you're
Eve,
going, and then
right?
I'll
So
listen to you.
watch this, right? So when you come to the when we dealing with this
like
church
so they had a
situation,
period.
what
They
happened
let it
is
go.
hold on, Mrz.G. What happened is
all right,
in the
but-
church, right? This what happened. I'm gonna give you a
Period,
clear
unclean.
breakdown of where it went
You know
to.
that's nasty. You don't
They
even
had
like
the
your period.
They had the conference.
Wait, what
I don't know
happened?
what that was. I don't know.
I
what
just
that
heard.
was.
I'm sorry,
I
Doc.
don't
I was
know
trying to
what
hear you,
that
but
was.
she tried to tell me about a woman's menstrual cycle. And I'm just saying,
know what
yo,
that was.
I'm just
Yes.
saying, I own
No,
a
'cause
business,
I said what
and I'm
Hebrews-
let me not tell you.
I said what Hebrews
You don't like your
believe-
menstrual cycle.
Hebrews believe that
Do you like your menstrual
as
cycle?
soon as a woman's menstrual cycle comes, she's ready to go. Like she's ready to
Yes.
That's how they do.
Go where?
Yes,
No.
Yes, they do.
Whoa.
Yes, they do.
Frank. We gotta understand.
Them his
We have different
Hebrew
styles.
Israelites.
Stop. We have different styles of
She's talking
Hebrews,
about
right?
Hebrew Israelites.
I have no.
And can I say this? No. What I'm saying.
Those are people that be on the
listen,
corner, right?
Listen.
Yes.
In purple and black.
I do not know. I do
Yes,
not
they use
know.
the Bible.
I don't know the
Alright,
doctrine.
stop.
I don't
To
know
talk
the
to.
doctrine. A lot of people use the Bible. I do not know the doctrine. No, and what I'm going to say is I don't know the doctrine of the Hebrew Israelites, so I can't speak on that. What I do know
chosen
is
people.
I don't know the doctrine of the Hebrew
Yes, the
religion.
Torah. Yeah,
right.
I got you.
No, the Hebrew. She's talking about a sect called the Hebrew
Israelites.
Israelites.
Yes.
And they
I
use
don't-
the Bible.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I'm not familiar enough
Yes.
for me to have a conversation.
understand that. I
What I
understand
do
what you're
understand
saying.
in the Torah, though, is if a woman is on her menstrual cycle, she's considered unclean. So why would we? You just said
No,
that.
I'm saying when they said when a little girl finally gets a menstrual cycle, they said they're ready to go. So whether she gets, and what's the average age of women who get menstrual or females who get menstrual cycles? What's the average age, Venus? You think
13, 14, right?
11, 12
okay,
now.
and
It's-
then they're
it's
saying that
getting
they're
younger.
ready to go. They're ready to have sex, and they're ready to board children.
So let's
at
first
that age.
of all let's talk about again. I think we got to talk. If we talk about the Torah, number one, if you're talking about
No, they use the Bible.
So
No, let 'em
listen,
talk.
all I'm saying is number one, in antiquity, most people lived the average maybe 30, right? 30 was the average age
Yes.
that you're going to find
Yes.
that people are
Yes.
living. So,
What?
Damn.
No, you're
and
right. No, let him
and let's
finish. He
say
on point.
this.
I like where
Matter of
you're
fact,
going.
I don't even have to go there. Let's say
thought it
this.
was the Bible
A
say
woman,
seven.
let's say this. A woman, if we don't have
doctrine.
No, it's a different.
First of all,
you got to
first
know
of all,
what he's
wait,
saying.
wait,
The
wait.
30
First of
mark is 30.
First of all, now we can play, we can joke. I don't
No,
play.
but
no,
that's
no,
what that
no, no, no,
is.
I'm gonna be real here.
There you make me too.
No, I'm gonna be real
if you
here.
making an
Come on, you gotta let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
And that's damn
Let him talk.
disrespectful.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Let's go. Let's go, Frank. I gotta hear
He said
this.
he not pedophilia. That's what we're not gonna
Don't
do.
go there,
I ain't
Frank.
never
Trying to
called
cut
you-
me
I've
off,
never
telling me
called you
what
no
I
per-
am and what I don't
I've
have.
never called you
I said that's
per-
doctrine. I didn't say I
And
didn't call
I've
you
never.
anything.
You didn't even let me
I'm
finish.
telling you. Okay, well, go ahead and finish.
I ain't let me finish.
Go
Thank
ahead
you.
and finish.
From 15, if we say for any woman, even now at 35 years old, is high risk pregnancy. Period. End. So what a woman has is from her menstrual cycle to the age of 35. If we did not have advance of medicine, those are the times in which a woman is in her prime of having children. Let's put that wherever her menstrual cycle. Now, if you would follow any of the religious doctrines, they also give you a way of dietary, what your diet should be.
But Frank, we have to address the fact that these religions
Can I get-
attack. We have to.
But before you go there, I just want, because you have your diet. Because when y'all start to tell me that menstrual cycles are now starting younger, we do know it is connected to the diet. We do know that right now it's connected to what we're eating, the hormones. So women who are starting their periods younger now has very much to deal with what they're eating. So all I'm saying to you is what she's trying to bring out is saying, oh, well, they're saying that the girl has her period at 9 or her period at 8. She's not physically
That's
ready
not
to
what
be
I'm
with, but her mind is not ready, but her body physically. No, the reality of it is
He's
we have
addressing what you saying though. Listen, no, stop, y'all, ladies. He's just listen. One thing I noticed, Frank has to. What he's going to do is, because he's confident in his word and his
Right.
and
so
his
he
studies,
wants
right?
to overtalk me.
No,
It's just her feelings. Go ahead.
What
You want
mean
to talk?
my feelings?
She can
I
talk.
barely said anything. Y'all been the ones going in, and then when I do say something, I get cut off. No, carry on smartly. Y'all carry on smartly. Carry on smartly.
Come on, say what you got to say.
So-
who offended? Trust me, I know what I know.
Go
and I'm
go,
fine.
go ahead, Jungle TV, because
Trust
you were saying something, and then I did have.
what's
I'm
happening
gonna come back
is-
to you too.
So what we have is right. We're missing key points, right? Because you end up talking at each other versus talking with each other, right?
All the time.
What Mrz.G was talking about with the we have to understand who the Hebrew people became and who they were.
She said Hebrew Israelites, sir.
Understand, listen, You gotta watch these where I'm a communications major. A Hebrew Israelite and a Hebrew is two different people, just like the Nation of Islam Muslims is not the same from the Muslims over in Mecca. Okay. You gotta understand this. We can't do semantics because that's gonna throw away the doctrine.
So who are we talking about? Hebrew. We talking about ancient Hebrews,
Listen, the Hebrew people. We did not see teen pregnancy, woman abandonment, woman abuse until the Hebrew people came into place, because at the conference of Nasser between 322 and 327 AD, conference of Nasser in Nice, 325 AD, they declared Christianity the way, and they
Constantinople, who does that, is not dealing with Hebrew people. You're dealing with white folks.
Wait. Yes. Frank. You can't say that and not understanding that they adopted the doctrine of the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. Guess what they did, Venus?
You can't say that.
Miss G.
The Eastern Orthodox, you can't say all
the Eastern Orthodox, because the Eastern Orthodox Church don't recognize Jews. They don't recognize Jesus, and they said Mary was a whore.
No.
Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Where do y'all come up with
the
this
unorthodox
stuff,
Jew? The Eastern unorthodox Jew.
The Eastern Orthodox. I don't know about the unorthodox.
Okay, you said okay.
All right, y'all. Hold on one second. Pipe down.
Yeah, because the unorthodox Jew. I thought you said unorthodox. I was finna get on your.
Man, they are going in the chat, and they are going in the chat.
The unorthodox Jew don't like Mary at all. She's a concubine and a whore.
Thank you.
Mary Magdalene or the Mother Mary? Which one we talking?
Mother Mary. No.
Look, they excited.
It's Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene. Yes.
Jungle TV. Frank, you guys give us just 1 second. We do have a caller on the line. They've been holding for like 10 minutes. And I am so sorry for the hold. Just to address the comments right now, people are going in the comments telling us y'all completely ain't talking about is the church why you still single. So caller, thank you so much for calling. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, how you doing? This is Eric calling out of the Bay Area. I happen to have a friend on the show right now. That brother over there to the left, Jungle TV with that blue shirt on.
What's going on?
What's up?
Jungle, you got you. Come on, the soldiers is on tonight.
I really got a movement.
Hey, you know we've been listening, but now look, you guys have got way off subject, but it's all good. You guys are having a pretty good discussion there, so ain't nothing wrong with that.
Look,
right?
if people was following the show, they would understand how we got to actually getting into the history of the church and the differences of the Bibles, which is what I was trying to jot down there in the comments. But so we don't stay off topic too much longer, I want you to, can you do me a favor and answer the question for us? Is it church, why you single, why people are single, and then you can get into what you want to tell us about.
Okay. Well, I mean, no, I just wanted to rap with you guys, and it started sounding good for a minute there. But I don't think the church is the reason why people are single. It's because of what we choose to do, right? That free will of what we choose to do. I think we all would be going against the Bible right now if we looked at it and tried to think that we was doing everything right. The Bible says a lot of things that we're supposed to be doing and not doing. And a lot of this talk up here ain't Bible-like. And listen, I'm a Jungle TV will tell you, I'd have been to the penitentiary, I'd have been in the streets, I changed my life, and now I'm a successful young black entrepreneur out here doing things. Good. But one might say I'm not a Christian-like dude, but I'm a married man and everything. But just some of the things we're doing. Looking at people when you ain't supposed to be looking, thinking certain things, doing certain things. So it's like, no, it ain't the church, it's us. That free will we got. Cutting up all the time, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But go ahead. I want to get a little more into some of these topics you guys are talking about as well. But if you ask me some things, maybe that I could elaborate on with you as well.
I got you. I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it to where it's supposed to be, because
go ahead, Doc. Come on, Jungle.
Because
Jungle, I love it.
What happens is what you're saying, because I've been keeping up with the whole dialogue. Actually, I just want to kind of correct my boy E. We actually are not off topic. What you have is two scholars of their doctrine, right? So we have to shine light on the understanding that we have to get to the point of the topic at hand. Is the church the reason? And and this is what I'm telling you, all the distortion that she has with Frank, or she may have with me, or Frank has with me, is the reason that the church is not the sole reason, but it plays a part, because The doctrine needs to become black and African woman. Venus needs to know if she has these certain tendencies. We had a goddess that has those same tendencies. So you may be Mayat, right? You may be goddess Sut. You may be this particular goddess. What the Christian man ends up doing, right? They have this thing to what they call this place, right?
Where they try to put people in a place and say you giving too much masculine energy.
Ain't no woman on this planet has endured more than the black African woman. We would not debate that.
So Jungle.
Yes.
Jungle. Polytheism, different variety of different gods.
Yes.
Are women can see themselves in these positions. Yes. I don't want to use place.
Yes.
These positions.
Yes. Yeah,
but there are
You're right.
But if you're in the orbit, if you're in this circle, if you're moving within the universe,
yes,
there is a position
that
you got to do.
It is.
But what you can't do is create your own position.
Facts. No, he's right about that though.
No, that's it. So now I'm gonna go back to the reason why me and Mrz.G is having intense fellowship is because her point was that I'm still stuck on. She created her own place, position, and God as masculine and feminine energy.
Now,
and until this is my thesis, Brother Jungle. This is my thesis. There is no room for you to have a relationship if you both the masculine and the feminine energy. That's why you single. You single because there ain't no room for balance.
I know what you saying.
I'm done.
I think you're a little right, though. He's right.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, I got to hear that.
Caller, you do agree.
Go ahead.
You do agree with what
I
Frank just
kind of agree
said.
with him.
Correct.
Oh my!
I agree with him.
And there was a point where
until somebody can recognize what type of time I'm on.
Hold on,
I don't have no problem.
No.
It's
That's
a
not the
balance in
problem right now.
spirituality. Y'all don't believe in chakras and all that.
No,
that's on y'all.
that's not the problem right now, though. No,
It's masculine and feminine
Hold
energy.
on. Let's let Mrz.G. Can you
explain about?
Hold on. Let the caller talk right quick. Let the caller talk right quick. Hold
Well,
on. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Hold on. It's wrong. Look, hey, what's up, me guys? There's two people on there.
Hold on, it's
So
two
here's
people
another
on the
guy.
phone?
I like what the pastor said though. I like what the pastor said though, because as black men and women, we teach our kids to be independent. You know what I mean? So we teach a young girl to don't depend on no man. So they get that masculine. They want to be heard in the household. You know what I mean? Oh, my daddy used to be like that. I know how you live. So that's why black women are so almost like a man. They demand stuff because they see their mama go through it, and you know what I mean.
Brother, can I say this? Can we be real? Can we be real brothers? No matter where our spirituality is, a heterosexual man don't feel attracted to another some masculine energy.
Exactly.
Heterosexual men.
It all depends, though.
Wait.
I think we gotta
be. I like a strong woman, man.
Wow.
Strong women. I didn't say. I'm not talking about strong women. I'm talking about masculine energy.
I love a strong woman. I don't want no man-looking woman now, but I like a strong woman. I want her to be on her own. I want her to be able to make some money, bring somebody to the table, show me some things, uplift me. Make me become confident in myself.
Hey, brother, I never said you didn't want a war. I never said you didn't want a warrior. I didn't say you didn't want a goddess. I said I'm saying to you, we're not attracted to.
Wow.
You're not falling in love with masculine energy when you're masculine. Matter of fact, all I'm saying is this is scientific. All of us, if you know a battery, you can't have two positives without having a positive and negative for the flowing of it. That's the yin. That's the yin and yang.
One end of a thing will be a feminine end, and one end is considered a male end.
They have the opposite. On a battery, sweetheart. And what I'm saying is the energy is coming. The energy is flowing from two places. You say you got all the energy in you. Then what you need somebody else for?
Wow.
That don't make no sense.
Do y'all even know what masculine and feminine energy is? Y'all don't even know.
We don't know what masculine
I think that they're coming from.
No, don't put y'all.
think that
no,
these
you
men,
putting y'all on it. That's them up there. I'm good with it. Look, I want a
I'm
woman
gonna
to be
read.
able to
I'm gonna read
have
this.
a little
She's
something
gonna
going
read
on.
us what masculine energy is.
Masculine energy
let's hear that.
is characterized by doing and achieving and is molded by logic and reason. The feminine is more intuitive, oriented towards receiving and allowing, and characterized by being. When these energies are balanced, we experience a greater sense of harmony and fulfillment.
She's
we
reading
all
Google.
have, and just the same shit you've been over there
No,
doing
I
the
haven't.
whole
I haven't
time.
been reading. I
So
haven't read not one of them.
we all have
I haven't read Google at all.
and feminine energy.
I haven't read. I haven't
we
read
do.
that.
She's right.
Or
Listen.
Wikipedia.
And that's my
No,
point.
no, you don't.
Sir.
I
No,
don't.
you
That's my point. I said
don't have
I
feminine
have both
energy.
because I'm. Yes, you do, bro.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
So-
And that's
Yeah, you do.
foolishness.
Thank
I don't
you.
agree with it.
Thank you, because
I
you've been
don't
over
agree
here
with it.
cutting me off, talking about I'm mad and
That's
I ain't none
feminine
of that.
energy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Feminine energy is cutting you
Yes.
off.
That is.
Yes.
That's feminine
Why is that
energy.
feminine
That is.
energy?
But then
Why-
women,
why
then
is
women
that
don't know how to
feminine
stop
energy?
talking. That's
Before
why.
on the show, that was feminine
Why is that
about
feminine
my
energy?
penis?
You just you don't even love yourself.
Hey,
It's
CDJ.
You don't love.
Tell
You don't. No,
CDJ
it's
she
not.
gotta cut
Hold
out.
on.
No, it's not.
Excuse
First of all, I will
But
say
listen,
this.
but-
No. Let me say this.
But you-
Here he
but-
go
but-
talking
but-
about
but-
I
but-
love
but-
myself.
One mic.
Number one.
That's the
Number
weirdo
one. That's
shit
not
I'm
cutting.
talking
That's
about,
not
y'all.
cutting.
One
That's-
mic.
That's the weirdo shit I'm talking about.
That's not.
What
That's
a
not.
mic.
That's not.
But
That's not.
that's why women is
But y'all
single, because they're
tell
like,
me I
yeah.
don't love
Be
That's
quiet. Be
not-
quiet. Let the callers talk. Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
that's why black women are single right now, most of them, because they keep going back and forth. You know what I mean? You're supposed to really just listen to him, let him talk, and then take your time. You know what I mean?
Hey,
No, I ain't.
hey, y'all
Hey,
guys,
this the other
who
caller.
are on
Hold on,
the
this the other
phone.
caller.
You guys who are on the phone, do y'all have any
Yeah.
children?
Yeah, they do. They do.
All of you have if you have children, and I know you guys are active in your children's life.
Yeah, they are.
When your kids are starting to talk or do things that is off the balance sheet, that is out of what you have as you being that male energy that you should be controlling, you should interrupt it before you go, because energy's never lost, it's transferred. And so all I'm saying is it's the masculine man in us that's gonna say, sister, we love you too much for you to be out here way off on an island by yourself. You're talking crazy.
Now, let's get.
Hold on. Let me get one. Let me get one.
I got you. Go ahead.
But hold on. Hey, but look, we ain't all knowing. Like you don't know everything, brother. So,
No, I'm not saying
Not
that.
at all. Not at all.
When the sister is talking,
Not at all.
I know. So at some point when the sister is talking, man, we gotta hear him out. So I have control to be able to listen to somebody, let them get to their point, and then go back. And that ain't that Euro, whatever you was talking about earlier. It's just me being a communicator. Look, I deal with kids, basketball teams. I feel like an HR. I know how to communicate.
Shout out
That's
Sneaker
good.
Steel.
Okay.
Go plug my man in. Shout out Sneaker Steel
I
too.
just
Go
wanna
follow
find
Sneaker
out.
Steel on Instagram,
Sneaker
IG, and Facebook, man. Twitter and everything. Shout out Sneaker Steel.
100.
You
100.
said I don't
So we
love
gotta let the
myself.
sister talk, because
Let her talk.
who
Now-
said that?
Now, why we have? I don't know.
The pastor over here.
The pastor said what? What did I
That I
say?
don't love myself.
Okay,
No, you don't. I don't think you do.
So this was happening, right?
I don't think you do.
You
want to be a man and a woman.
Frank,
You don't love yourself, man.
Frank,
Bring them
Miss
out.
G.
Bring them out.
Hey,
Bring
Frank,
them
Miss
out.
G.
Bring them out. That's
Hey.
how they really is, y'all.
Hey.
That's what I'm trying to tell
I mean,
y'all.
Hey,
Get away
you
from
was
that church,
You
y'all.
was
So-
judgmental.
Get
I don't-
away. Get
that-
away now. Get
love-
away.
love-
Because this is what they really,
love-
this is how they really
that
act.
doesn't feel us.
listen to me.
One mic.
Hey,
Go ahead,
hey,
Jungle TV.
So
you
let me
don't
have the
love
floor
yourself?
for a minute. Let me have the floor for a minute.
I'm in
So
love.
what end up happening with the church and regarding relationship issues, and I'm always going to speak to the black women Venus, right?
No problem.
Right. So we have to understand Jesus and Moses. Moses is African. We don't. That's another topic though. Me and Frank could go all day on this. We got to go into the doctrine.
I
about
believe y'all
doctrines,
gonna
right?
go all day.
So what we got to understand is the doctrine, right? So when it comes to the church, what I hate, and I don't think a lot of black women have an understanding, they stripped the black woman out of the church.
You talking about a black woman? She's reading the masculine energy with a white woman on the screen. See, this is the stuff I'm telling you. You can't come in here, Doc.
Wait.
This is
Wait,
what she
we
read.
gonna deal with that. We'll
You
deal with
can't
that.
come in here in a black conversation. This is why I cut her off. I knew her spirit was off. She used Eurocentric ideologies to talk in a black conversation.
So watch this.
Google
Anything dealing with
thing.
the European, I won't touch it. I don't want no scholarship with it, right? So now, if we're going to talk about wait, if we're going to
too, y'all. Wow.
if we're going to talk
Pause
about
meditation.
if we're going to talk about the church, right? We got to address the church, and that's something we haven't really addressed. It's the church. What happened with the church is at 325 AD, as the conference of Nicaea in Nice, Constantinople stripped the woman out of the Bible, right? Watch this. I'm going to go all the way in. King James, who was an homosexual. The Bible that you read out of, the King James Version, King James was a homosexual, and I can prove this. I can show you that King James is buried next to a man. Okay? Understand this doctrine. King James went to the Pope because you had the cathedral, the Catholic Bible first, right? King James went to the Pope because King James wanted to include the woman into the Bible and her importance. The Pope and the Vatican said no. Now, I can prove to you that they said no and that they've been carrying the same homosexual doctrine all these years and centuries, right? What is the Catholic Church known for today? What are they famous for? Molesting and sodomizing little boys.
Where
right?
the Pope is.
Right. What the Pope is. Hold on, wait. No, we ain't doing that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We gonna deal with this because we ain't got to the church. We ain't dealing with that church situation, right? So they removed the woman from the Bible. The Pope did.
Where's she removed from? Where?
I haven't read the Pope's Bible or the Catholic Bible.
Where's she at?
So
you don't have to. You read your Bible.
No.
And
They removed. They did not want to include. They did not.
Where?
In the
Eve is there. Esther's there.
Listen,
I mean,
they
where's the woman
they
at?
They told you that Eve, right, was the creator of sin. That's what they told you. You as a black woman.
No, they didn't.
No.
How come they didn't?
They didn't tell you that. How they didn't tell you that is because what they believe is Eve wasn't even given the commandment. Adam was.
Yeah.
So
No, ain't nobody gave no commandment.
On,
the commandment came from Moses.
The commandment came from
the
God.
First 5 books of
The
the Bible.
commandment came from God.
Genesis
Look
is
at
not
him.
even the first book of the
He
Bible.
had to go tell me.
I'm not mad.
Listen, brother.
I'm not mad.
He told Adam not to eat of the fruit. So therefore,
Adam
God
should've
said,
stopped eating.
"Where are you,
That's
Adam?"
what
He
God
didn't
is.
say
Man,
eat.
listen,
Matter of fact, the
so watch
scripture,
this.
brother, the scripture says
I don't wanna
that
get away from
Eve
that,
was
'cause
deceived,
I
but
got you.
Adam was
I got you.
disobeyed.
Okay,
Come
I
on,
got you.
brother.
Okay.
You got to read
no,
this
no,
scripture.
I read
right
that
now.
scripture. So I don't want to get off topic.
Yeah,
I don't want to get off topic. So we're talking about the church, right? What they came in and did at the conference of Nicaea and East. Go look it up. We talking about history. They took the woman out.
Okay.
I am an African man. Anything that looks like me, the color of my skin, don't give a damn. You African. Ain't no native, indigenous.
Where
nothing.
they take her out at though? You still ain't
The
showed
Bible,
me out of the Bible.
if you listen,
Where's she out?
Listen, if you are subscribed
She's in
to
the
Bible, the Bible is anti-African, okay? It is anti-African. God ordained the
done.
slaying and butchering and killings
I'm done.
of millions. The Bible is anti-African.
I'm done.
They said
Where?
Moses is a Hebrew and he's born in Egypt.
Hebrews are African. Hebrews are African.
Them
There
people
was
said they
nomad.
got.
There was
Stop,
no
'cause
mad
this is,
people.
Hey,
They are
this ain't even a
Africans.
topic about the Bible because I
This is
dive in on buddy.
Africans.
Listen,
He
they
feeling
built
it, boy.
no, we ain't
buddy.
going because this is a different
It's
topic. This is
African.
a different topic of conversation.
The whole Bible I can show you is African. Where you wanna go?
Noah created this. No, because we
I can show you the whole Bible.
Hey,
I can show
ma'am,
you the whole. I can
Venus,
show you the whole.
This is the
I can show
distortion
you-
of why
Africans.
women
When did he
or people
turn
of period are
African?
single because they are
you
subscribing
know
to
goddamn well all
doctrine
the books
that
I
they do
seen
not.
growing up, he was
They
white.
they are subscribing to doctrine that they do
knock
not
it off.
understand. Let's break it down.
Let's
Moses
go.
is the author of the first 5 books of the Bible, and the first book of the Bible ain't Genesis, it's Exodus. Let's understand this.
First book.
It
of
ain't
the Bible?
Genesis. It's
not
Exodus.
Genesis.
No, sir, it's not. How is the first book of Bible is Genesis and Moses was born in Exodus? He wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. How is Genesis the first book?
Writes that.
How is Genesis the
he
first
writes-
book? He wrote
writes,
the.
he
He
writes
was
the
born
tradition.
in Exodus. How was Genesis
He
the
can't
first
write
book? And
Exodus either.
he
then.
ain't wrote a damn thing. What he write it on? Papyrus invented by the Egyptians. He ain't wrote it on a damn thing. That's a whole nother topic. So we gonna understand.
Just like all the people at the time, they are people of oral tradition.
Moses ain't wrote a damn thing.
He writes down. He's so mad at Moses. I don't know
I ain't
what
mad at
Moses did to him. He mad at Moses.
You know why I'm mad at Christians and Judaism?
Why you mad at us? We are loving people.
We not mad. We not mad. You know why? You know why I get upset with the Judaism, with the Jews and the Christians and Islam? Because they don't respect their mother. Any man don't respect his mother, you's a bitch ass dude. They don't respect their mother. They don't respect Mother Africa. Every country in the world is in Africa, pillaging Africa. Congo has all the natural minerals in the world in one rainforest. We have all the cobalt. We have all the manganese. We have all the diamonds. We have all the gold. Why wouldn't I want to subscribe to Mother Africa? If I take you to Jerusalem, you won't find a damn thing over there.
Christianity is antiquitous to Africa as Kemet is. And you know it. First 500 years of Christianity was developed on the continent of Africa. You know the truth.
Yes,
Come on, brother. You know the truth. Now I don't know about this person over here with this masculine feminist stuff. But I know you know, brother, the truth. That the first 500 years of Christianity is developed on the continent of Africa. Jenny, we can start if we start with Exodus. 400 years. 400 years of a people who don't even have nomad. 400 years of people who don't have culture. They were nomads. Spent 400 years.
They was go herders.
They was 400 years. They grew up in Egypt. They learned Egypt. They understood Egypt culture.
And they didn't want to respect it.
Brother, you just told me how they didn't respect it. You just told me that Moses went up there and his whole 10 commandments was based on Kemet.
It was. He got them from the school of Maya, the school of Luxor.
How they don't respect it then? If that's how they built their whole nation.
I got a question,
brother.
Hold on.
Come on.
Yes,
we can't be hypocritical.
Frank, you posed a great question. You posed a great question. Frank, what we have here, Frank, let's gain understanding for the people that's watching this and going to tune in. You know a side of the coin where I'm coming from. What happened is the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, the motherfuckers on their backs. I would not get off the hunky. They a big part of the problem. The Cro-Magnon Neanderthal revised our literature, our culture, and everything.
Jungle. I'm gonna say this so we can Jungle, so we can go back to where we at. Jungle. The criticism of the church in which I serve, believe, and have faith is that they have been caught to westernized, Eurocentric way.
Talk about
and they have not discovered the Africanness of their faith.
Okay, then.
I will.
If I can have a minister to tell me what Frank just told me,
I just told you.
We can get an understanding.
I just told you. Now can we move on? Now can we move on?
Yes, we can.
Now let's move on to find out. Now let's go back to my point. Why women are single. Now we have over here. We don't have to go far. We got a married woman here, and we got a single woman here. And what we find is one married woman. She don't believe that she got masculine and feminine energy. The single woman believes she got both. Maybe the reason why she's single is because she got both and she ain't got no room for a man to come in. Maybe the other she is the yin and the yang in the balance.
Now, Miss G, you gonna deal with that first? Because I'm gonna dissect that.
Hey, we need to hear from Miss G.
Yes.
Miss G done came way from
You got the floor.
Chi-Town area.
Way out here to tell y'all that she hold both the penis part and the vagina part.
No,
Frank,
Frank, you didn't shut up enough today to let her talk. So we're gonna let her get her spewing.
That's what that means.
I gotta hear this. Let's go.
Masculine energy.
Frank and Miss G. Stop going back and forth, Miss G. You got the floor. Let's go. You got the floor. Come on. Let's go.
That's what it is.
So what part of I don't love myself do you
now you want to go back there. Just teach me.
Come on now. Let's go.
We can talk about that afterwards.
Okay,
Let's go to what you're
divine
talking
and
about.
masculine, I read off what that was.
I know you read off that Paul's mediation with the white woman.
What are you talking about? No, I could bring it up with the Comedics.
Give me to the African people.
The Comedic Center.
I want to hear what the African people say. Tell me what it say about the masculine energy.
For example, on a mental plane, both masculine and feminine aspects of the mind are present in all of creation. Both are present in men and women. The comedic, centered,
Keep reading.
living.
Keep reading. Stop playing the game. You can't just take
What
one
you mean?
sentence.
That was a whole paragraph.
You-
Thinking in terms of analogy to the womb, the feminine is receptive, desire, inner directed. It is the receiver of the seed or impulse to create.
The feminine is the receiver of the seed. It receives receiver of the seed. It's the vagina. It's the feminine. I don't have nothing to receive seed.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
This came in. No, let me help you out. This came in with the Greek. See, this came in with the Greeks.
The Greeks.
This came in with the Greeks.
I'm not a fan of the Greeks at all.
This is with the Greeks with Cupid messing with little boys.
There was homosexual.
We don't
There was
have
homosexual.
Well, most of the homosexual
You don't
shit
have
going
seed.
down in the church.
You don't
so
have
is y'all
seed.
fixing that?
You don't
y'all
have
fixing
seed.
that? Y'all
See,
between
you got
your
seed.
priests
Woman
and
ain't
your
got no seed.
pastors. Okay, Eddie
Women ain't
Long
got
is plenty,
seed.
and your gay
That-
pianist
Jungle.
and church choir
Women ain't got
director.
seed.
Are y'all addressing
What's-
all
so-
this
Jungle.
receiving in the
Jungle.
church?
Okay, so
Are
women
y'all
don't got
doing that?
seed.
Are y'all doing that?
Jungle.
so
Women
let's-
don't got
I didn't
seed.
So let's
think
get an
you-
understanding.
I didn't think you
All
wanted
right,
to
so
do that.
I'm hearing that. So I guess I'm left up to keep dissecting all this shit that we going through.
Y'all
right?
making my
So-
baby kick. Y'all
so-
y'all toned it down 3 notches.
Okay,
You know why?
so-
You know why your
so-
baby kicking? Because she trying to say,
So-
"Amen." There ain't no
So
seed.
understand this. All right,
Seed was what her daddy gave.
Because
That's not the only. You thinking of?
hey, so let's understand
Go
this,
ahead,
right?
Django.
What happened is when y'all were removed, when the woman was removed from her place, because I said earlier we're going to address that. We have a bunch of men. I gotta refer back to dude because he got the most hot. He the hottest name. It's this thing going around that I'm noticing with both sexes, the black man and the black woman. We have this thing going around. We want to tell women how to be women, and we got women want to tell men how to be men. And then when they don't have anything else,
That's their personal character.
yes, they attack personal character, and we are holding each other to the word, which Frank knows, and I know that everybody's not even understanding of. This is a way of life, just like the Christianity is a way of life, just like Seventh-day Adventists, just like Jehovah's Witness, Judaism, Islam, Muay Thai, karate.
Jungle, can you get to this seed part? Please help me.
So when it comes to this seed situation, no, because we gotta dress it up before we get there. When it comes to this seed
Don't come naked.
situation, I swear to God, it all depends on what you're talking about. First of all,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
All right. Now, we as men don't create anything. We pass the seed through, right?
Right.
The woman creates the seed within her womb, right?
She conceives seed.
Right. She conceives the seed, and then within the womb, this child is created.
Right.
The word God simply means creator, right? So why can't this black woman be God? Because I got to bring this up. We have what you call innate.
I didn't. I'm not. The argument I'm saying is
He is
this.
God.
I'm not. You can. We can go there. I'm saying
5 times.
this. Women don't have seed. They
No, they don't.
conceive. They can birth. They are the birthing center in which, but unless
They're the
there's seed
receivers, like you
there,
said, they're the receivers.
their seed has to be there.
Right.
So you can't come and tell me you masculinity's basic. The whole thing she just read it from the African. When you break it down, masculinity is going to be the seed, and feminine aspect is the thing that houses seed.
So you telling me black women can't have masculinity? Is what you telling
I
me?
think
I'm saying
that's
black.
what I was gonna
I'm
ask.
saying to you. I'm saying to you, brother. It is demonic. It's demonic.
No,
for
I
me
totally
to
disagree.
be. It's demonic for me
That's
to
what
be
you saying, Frank.
feminine,
No.
and it's demonic for me to have feminine aspect, and it's demonic for her to be masculine. Because what we saying is the Creator has messed up when He did balance.
No,
Creator ain't about imbalance.
but see, Venus,
The Creator ain't about imbalance,
right?
That's your. I'm
wow.
coming from. I'm not coming from Christianity. Christianity don't talk about.
Okay,
I am talking. I'm talking.
You're
I'm talking.
But that's not. But
It's about balance, bro. And you can't be off of imbalance.
No, but Frank, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Oh, you can't do that.
Because
Come on.
I respect
Wow.
Venus. The masculine that you have in you
His
as a
ego
woman, right?
is-
Masculine
No,
is
Miss G,
seed.
Miss G,
By
Miss
your
G.
African.
No.
I'm talking about by your African definition she brought up.
Miss G, Mrz.G, Mrz.G, Venus.
And then when I
Pregnant
brought
now.
up about the
Masculine
pedophilia, they
energy.
got mad.
I
Let's
think it's
let's break down masculine
Yeah,
energy.
boy,
And
y'all
I've
gotta
tried
keep
to-
some shit
Let's
balanced.
break down masculine
I
energy.
believe we've
Balance.
tried to
Talk to me about
dissect.
Let's hear it.
I believe there's once before where we've tried to dissect actually why people call it masculine energy. We
Yes.
tried to do this last show, and I think it was last show, the show before. I'm always telling people that, hey, I keep getting told I have masculine energy when in fact I'm just a very strong woman, a product of my circumstances that I've been through life. So for me to approach it that way and say, no, I'm just a very strong female, and for another female to say, no, I possess the masculine energy, I don't agree with Mrz.G in that aspect. I don't possess masculine energy. I'm a very strong-witted female. So
Now, Jungle, just to say this. Because you said,
don't.
and Jungle, what I've tried to do is keep this in an African-centered place because that's where you said this dialogue was. And what I'm saying is the majority of people who talk about this notion of masculine energy right now is coming off of Eurocentric. They're coming off the Matrix, the red pill, blue pill. They ain't got nothing to do-
He's not wrong though when he said that.
So when
he's
I'm
not
talking
wrong.
about
What he's
masculine,
talking about,
when
I'm
I'm
talking
talking about
about something
masculine
else. But he's not
energy,
wrong.
I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
masculine
something else, not what
energies.
he's talking
Hold on, wait, let me hear this.
Masculine energy's uniqueness is always about life and life being produced. Masculine energy, period. This is my is based upon seed, protecting seed, keeping seed, providing for seed.
Stop. Let me
That's
stop you
what
right
I
there. Hold on, wait. Stop. Do y'all understand what he just said about masculine energy, right?
Which
He
is why I
said-
don't agree that
no,
I have it.
No,
So-
he said protecting seed. Just take that one point. You a mother, right?
I protect this. I protect the child that I carry. Absolutely.
Okay, so
You go through the whole thing.
So-
It's about protecting seed. It's about providing for seed. It's about all of the things. Seed. You producing seed. I use
Yes,
all the
okay,
P's.
okay,
She doesn't. She can protect. Listen. She can protect. She can protect. Child. She's not protecting seed. She's protecting what she's conceived. She ain't protected the seed. Doc, the seed. The seed.
That's a little semantic.
Seed, no. The seed is ejaculate. You hold the seed. It's held in your scrotum, brother. You hold the seed. The seed, when it's ejected, brother, is ejected into the woman. And therefore, after that, she does not protect the seed because millions of seed come out of, are ejaculated when you ejaculate. It's only one seed
We got that
or
caller
two
still on,
seed
too.
that happen to be conceived. And once that seed is conceived, she then protects now what is birth, brother. This is all we talking about is the circle
okay,
of
okay,
life.
okay, Mrz.G, so let me.
Divine and masculine
So
energy, though. You
well,
know
no,
I'm
that.
African.
No,
That is.
principle. You
What
know
what is the
Right. That's
see
your
the
Bible
problem?
version
And Jungle, the
of
problem
what
we
they
have,
done told you.
Jungle. You said you was
Y'all need
African,
to knock
and you
Yes.
understand
Yes.
that the reality. And you started this off by saying that everything
getting stuck
that
in
we
the
move
literal
is
meanings.
life, right?
That's the
Everything
problem.
you move is life. So all I'm saying to you is, brother, you understand that if seed is not protected, then life then doesn't exist. And so all I'm saying to you is brother, masculine energy that is given by whatever Ra God, whether you're gonna call him Ra, whether you call him Yahweh, he's always been a God of pro-life to protect life, and
Okay.
that's all I'm saying.
problem
And a
is-
woman who has masculine and feminine energy
Wow.
can't produce life,
Wow.
brother.
Stop.
The
We-
thing
we-
is,
we
you're
gotta deal
talking
with-
about
okay.
you're talking about divine masculine and divine feminine, not in principle. You speaking in terms of just literally male and female. There's a principle to
gotta
divine
let her get the floor, Frank. You
masculine
just had the floor.
and divine feminine energy. It's a principle to it. It's a balance to it. It's what masculine type of ways give off and what a feminine type of way of get off. It's not just what you're trying to make it to be, where it has something to do with penis necessarily.
I'm talking
penis
about context.
And vagina.
I'm talking
Well,
about the
I'm
divine
talking about
context.
Principle.
But I'm telling you,
talking
divine
about
principle.
principle.
The divine principle is based in the practice of life. That's all I'm telling you. It's about continuing of life.
But right, and with life you need balance.
Okay,
We don't disagree on that.
So
so
watch
what are
this.
you talking
No,
about?
I'm
so
saying
watch
balance is not
No,
just balance
no.
is not in you.
I gotta address
How
this.
come balance ain't in me?
Wait,
What
I
are you
have to
talking
address
about?
this.
That's the reason why
I
he
have
gave
to
you
address
That's the
it.
point.
That's the
Stop.
reason
Don't
why
you
he
think
gave
people
men and
seek
women.
balance?
Mrz.G.
That's why he
How
gave
many
men and
people
women.
seek
Mrz.G.
balance.
Mrz.G.
People seek-
Frank, Mrz.G.
Yes.
Okay,
Boy, y'all
So-
ain't letting me
so-
say
so-
shit. I'm gonna just let
I
y'all
let you
finish
talk.
it.
No,
off.
you getting your
Y'all
shit
go
off.
ahead. Y'all
You getting
go
your shit
ahead.
off. I want to address
go
both
ahead.
of y'all because you just said a whole lot, right? And both of y'all, I want to address both of y'all. And
Balance, and you got people out here in mental facilities looking for balance.
Oh, now
okay,
we talking
so
about.
so
It's
so
the truth because they trying to find balance.
Are we talking about divine balance, or we-
no. Let's stick. But wait. Let's stick. No.
You can't
Let's
have
stick to.
man.
Let's
You
stick
can't-
to.
you
Let's stick
can't-
to divine.
For somebody who don't like God, you show do you show you man.
So-
I can't take it no more.
Let's stick to.
Y'all weird.
Wait.
I'm not playing.
Damn.
All
That's
this
how
is
you be
doing.
on the pool
Listen.
pit
All
saying
this
a
is
bunch of
doing.
nothing but
All
words
this is
sound.
doing.
I'm
Wait.
just doing what you doing.
You been watching me?
Hey,
You been watching me, girl? You been watching my show?
Bless them, Lord. Bless
Have
them.
you been watching me?
Look, like, subscribe,
me?
share,
Right.
comment.
Hey. Did you hear me holler?
Hold up.
Did you hear me holler?
Listen, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, like they say on Sesame Street, or is that Mr. Rogers? I don't really know, but we've been diving into this all day. Okay, it's the church. Why you still single? Go ahead and like, subscribe, share this
Make sure you
context
get
because
on the channel. Make sure you subscribe and like.
subscribe because this
Really
by far
important.
has been one of the most,
Why you
I
saying-
don't want to say intellectual, but I want to say the most history driven conversations that we have had thus far on this channel. Is the church the reason why you're single?
Yes, and
I really want to ask you guys this.
hold up.
If
Ms. G.
if the church is the reason why you're single, or plays a part in the reason why people are single, from both of your guys' standpoints, when it comes down to the history of what you guys are studying and learning and teaching your families, what can you say that we can do differently to change
liberation.
that? Let's look at it from that scope, and maybe we can find some common ground, some common balance with this.
So the word that comes into play when you ask, I'm glad you. That's a great question. As a host, I'm being honest. Solutions is what we have to end up getting to at the end of all of this diatribe, dialect,
absolutely.
dialogue, whatever, right? So
Broke it.
we have to get familiar with the word liberation. This word is very important. We have to go study a man like Marcus Garvey, who was very strong on liberation.
A preacher.
Yes. Like Marcus Garvey was very strong on the word liberation. He told you when the riots happened and they killed those kids and bombed those little kids in East St. Louis. The East St. Louis riots. Go look this up. Marcus Garvey told you when they had the meeting in Chicago, go back home. They do not want you here. Right? Mm-hmm. And when I speak of liberation, what do you mean? Right? Buy black, promote black, market black, sell black, right? Now, that's easy for us to say because we hearing this.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
But we have to gain that first. Let's acknowledge the place of the black woman, where she stands, because she's very important. Us as men, we gotta get our nuts back, Venus, Miss G. You know what I'm
That
saying,
seed
Frank?
back.
We gotta get them nuts back. They own the chimney of them Cro-Magnon Neanderthals that manipulated us and duped us over time.
They on that Christmas
So
tree.
if we into not to cut you off, but if we into Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Seventh-day
y'all be
Adventist,
putting
Buddhist, Muslim, whatever we into, you have to understand this doctrine and what you're trying to do and gain from the doctrine to liberate you, your unborn seed, and everybody else that's up under you, because the black woman has an important role in the African society.
Okay. Now
And that
I've
part
heard,
we didn't got away from that.
I've heard that, but you also, and then I'm gonna go ahead and jump to Frank and then finish up with Miss G. You said that the black woman has to be looked at in a better light.
Yes.
By doing so, you think that'll change the dynamic within the church of the single crowd there.
Oh
correct?
yes, most definitely.
But then you also, in the same breath, said that men need to get their balls back. How
Yes.
is it? What can men do, or what can be done within society for men to start holding their own kahunas? How
Okay.
what would you suggest?
understanding what being a man is, first of all, right? Understand your role in society and sociology. Sociology being the rank system and the rank structure. Understand, as a black man, you possess a total different power from anybody else that don't look like you, right?
Okay.
Understand that first. Now, understand every day is important as a black man, because what happens is we think we have all this time on our side and we don't, right? So a black man one of his sole jobs, you better understand this assignment, be a provider. Because once you provide, everything that you provide, it may have different resources to it that may lead the people you providing for, it may lead them to other things. It makes them great, right? So you're the man. You're gonna make a decision that a woman can make based off a mix up between masculinity and femininity, right? Because this is what happened. Wait.
I like how you tied that.
This what I'm getting to with Frank. Because I'm 50-50 with Frank. And this why I'm 50-50 with him, right? Because in a sense, as a black woman, I know the role that a black woman can play, but it's my job to help put her in a position. What happened is black women have gained this position present day on their own. So you have a Miss G of the world that's here to tell you, nigga, I got nuts like you supposed to have them. You ain't talking about a bitch ass thing. So you're gonna have Frank. What Frank is saying won't be wrong, but because she been doing it for so long, and she done stood on her own principles and what she stand on and became successful. See, learn the person's story before you knock them. Because she became successful, she gonna tell Frank in his face, boy, you ain't talking about nothing.
Boss, and I categorize these as boss ass chicks.
Now,
so
that's gonna come off. That's gonna come off on the first 2-3 dates. Oh man, you can't tell her shit. She ain't woo. The submission word that comes up. We don't know the definition of submission. You meet men that think submission is cooking, cleaning, on your back, and a dick suck. That ain't submission.
It's not. It's not.
That ain't submission. I'm gonna tell you one micro look, and I'm gonna give it to Frank because he antsy over. I see my brother.
No,
look, so look.
Doc, I feel the Holy Ghost.
This is because we hear these words, Venus. We hear these terms and these quotes and these cliches, and they never get addressed properly.
Okay.
Submission. This is submission as a woman. I'm a truck driver, right? I got a track meet. I got a track meet Saturday and Sunday. I coach the kids.
Okay.
I coach my kids, right? I can't make it to the track meet on time, right? I make a call. Hey, babe, get them kids to the track. Make sure you get there before 8 o'clock before they start the events. Make sure they get their warm-ups. Make sure they get warmed up. Get some a bagel.
You provide instruction.
And she carries out the orders from the captain. She's the first sergeant. If we using military structure, I got military background. The commander, the lieutenant colonel, the second lieutenant. He gives the orders to the NCO, and the NCO gives the orders to the company and the platoon, and they carry out. She understands me. This phallus in between my legs is very powerful. I put it on you. You feel what I'm saying? So once you got that down.
Yes.
Because black women love that soul pole. Ain't nothing better than the soul pole. I don't give a damn.
You better speak it.
And that's another, you feel me? But once that is being established, submission happens there first.
Absolutely.
Then once I have that, back to that example, the track meet happens, she take care of everything before you get there. When I show up, the kids go take off running, they win. That's a submissive woman. She knows the assignment in my absence. We're on the same page. We're connected to the cosmos. We move accordingly. It ain't lay on your back, give me some head, and cook me a bacon sandwich.
Although that's nice. I'm just saying. They're not saying don't do that, but
and that's my take.
Got you.
And in between the church has not done a great job of helping the black female or the black male understand this.
And just to counterbalance that before we get to Frank, I just want to say that I truly believe that it really depends on what churches you're looking at.
Facts.
Because there's a lot of, and that's what I was going to touch base on with the 501c, but we've ran out of time. it really just depends on what church you're connected to, because a lot of the times these churches are not doing what they've been called to do. They are, for example, taking money, doing this and doing that, which is why there are some people that are single based on, growing up in the church. And I can see and understand that. So I just don't want to ever take away from that understanding and what Ms. G was trying to say there whatsoever. But some of these churches are definitely pouring back into their members. Some of these churches definitely take the time to go out and feed their community. It's probably 1 to every 100. But we can't forget. We can't.
One on every corner.
We can't. Not all of them. Not all of them are open. But we can't knock the man. We can't knock the church that is still doing right by God's word and carrying out these things. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here to say. I'm not absent-minded to it, but let's give credit where credit is due to those one churches going up against 1,000, still holding down those morals, those values, helping people pay bills, XYZ.
Gotcha.
Frank.
If we take ourselves out of modern society first, this first world country, what is life about? Life is about legacy.
Facts.
If you travel around the world, if you go, life is about legacy.
That's facts.
And legacy must be passed down.
Absolutely.
So it's about giving life, building life. The reality of it is the way life has been made is that there has to be seed and egg. That's just how humanity is. Mikey. And at the end of the day, the core of what is those half of those chromosomes and half of those chromosomes make life. Now, if you want to talk about biologically, if you want to call it sexually, it's none of that. All it is about producing life and passing down legacy. My brother talked about being African. We, as African people, have to ask ourselves and stop being sleepwalking. I think my brother was calling for the church. He's being critical. I want the people who are from church not to be mad at my brother. He's calling a critical aspect. He's asking us that we need to get this demon out of us. My brother called it, I think he called it something Neanderthal, but he's trying to get us to talk about white supremacy and a Eurocentric outlook.
Man, now that's another show.
So when we talk about it, I will always talk from being pro-life.
Yes.
African Americans in a democracy here, African Americans find themselves always at the bottom of the totem pole is because guess what? We've killed 55 million of us just by abortion alone. See, when we start talking about, and all of that comes because we have bought into this notion of I am all things. Because we want to be, or because maybe we want to be God. I don't know. But we've bought into the things of I am all things. The only problem, let me finish this. The only problem I found is this. I've not found one natural human God that can reproduce themselves by themselves. And so if you can't do that, then you have need of the other person. And therefore you can't have my seed.
So to answer the question, Frank,
it's that easy. So therefore, why are women? It's not the church. Women have adopted this mindset that they are they the alpha and the omega.
Well, why though, Frank? Though?
But
that's
no,
what we gotta deal.
Why
I want to hear from the women.
I'm gonna go back to what I said again. I said we have adopted a Western Eurocentric, these abstract, these things they have been taught in school, they have adopted it, and the majority of it, and I will go back here, the majority of the feminist movement took over woman liberation movement. Where women liberation said, hold on, you're not in a place, you're not nobody's owner, you need to find who you really are. Feminism took that over, and now the black woman believes she got masculine and feminine energy, and it's against every natural being.
Now, Ms. G, Frank, we not gonna interrupt. We not gonna say that. I'm done. The last two, I want these women to end this segment. Ms. G, I want to hear from you, like literally. I want you to have the floor. Dive in.
I'm gonna keep it simple. Women, the problem that a lot of men don't understand, as far as me, I go to the roots of a lot of things.
Yes.
And that's where I live, and then that's where I blossom from. So I don't do religious doctrine. I take a little bit of something here and there that has something to do with me. And if you take some time out to really research divine masculine and divine feminine energy, you will understand that we all have it. It's a balance. It's just like the left brain and the right brain. They both do two totally different things, but combined together, they give you a balance.
True.
And that's
facts.
This is how I live my life. And I consider myself a God. Yes, I do, because I'm the creator of my own reality. I'm the creator of my own children. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. I don't think it's nothing wrong, women, for you thinking that about yourselves. We used to live in a world of matriarchy for black people. Why you think grandma is the staple of the family? Why do you think mama is always the staple of the family? Why do you think if you go over there to Egypt, you will find more statues of women than you will find of men, to the point that they blew Giza's nose off so you couldn't distinguish that she was a female, and it's still there. We were at a point in life where we were worshipped and we were loved, and we got here, and then you get to these churches and these pastors that went over there and got this European rhetoric, and you already know how they treat their women. We see it. So what black men have done is that they've taken the doctrine of that white man and decide to treat us like they treat their women. And that's where it comes from. Because if you look, the movie Black Panther, it wasn't all fictional. There was some true aspects in that story. And when you see those black women warriors, okay, that was not scared to fight. We have been on the front line of many times. Please don't think that all we did was sat over in Africa and looked pretty. We were on the front lines. We were fighting next to the men. When you get into comedics, it will tell you the man and the woman are of equal.
Facts.
No one is over the other. Facts. But when you come here and then you're in this United States and you get into this religion, it's always something about the women being on the bottom. And because I don't want to subscribe to being on the bottom of no one does not mean I don't love myself, according to Frank. No, I'm in love with myself.
Love you, girl.
I'm in love with myself. Yes. The hell with just loving myself. I'm in love with myself because I know who I am, and I won't even let a pastor sit up here and try to tell me who I am. I know who I am. My friends know who I am. I keep it 1,000 at all times, and I get to the root of who I am. I am a Leo. I was born in August, I project the energy of segment of a lion.
Talk about it.
When you get into spirituality,
come on, tell us about it. You a lion, spirituality, baby. Not a lioness.
When you get into spirituality and you start discovering why things line up with each other, why I was supposed to be born in June, but I actually was born in August. Okay, that's another lineup. I was born with a veil over me. My brother and sister named me.
Frank, she on your bubble,
so at the end of the day,
she on Frank
you look for clues,
I feel like she preaching,
and you discover synchronicity. When you see 111s and 222s and 333s, and you understand that it's your ancestors that are speaking to you. The hell with a religion and some type of form of doctrine trying to tell you how to live. Women out there, if you get into your godhood, you don't never let nobody tell you you do not be at the bottom of anyone. You are who you are. You do your shadow work, and you discover who you are as a woman and what you're supposed to do in this life. I wasn't born to just sit on my ass and be some wife and still cook and clean in some kitchen. No, matter of fact, when I get back in a couple of weeks, I'm in flight school. I'll be flying a plane. So on top of the fact of the 20 years military service and the other shit I do, I'm on my way to be a pilot. But let Frank tell it. That's masculine. That's too goddamn bad. I'll be in the friendly skies. Matter of fact,
to drive a pilot.
I'm about to get aerical on that ass. Okay, I'm about to get aeronautical on that ass. When I I get back.
Miss
You
G,
a Venus.
aeronomical.
You do.
Aeronomical?
Aeronautical.
Hey, Venus, you gonna fly with a Venus?
Aeronautical.
You gonna fly
I'm
with
about
a
to fly
Venus?
high
Shit,
on that
no, I
ass.
don't
So
mind
you can
flying
come
at
looking
all.
for me
Like
with
an
my
ego.
pilot license. So at the end of the day, women, do not let people like Frank tell you about having no
People
place.
like Frank.
Please get
I
away
never
from.
said
Please
place.
get
Okay.
away from
I
that
said
church and
position.
really get to
You
the
see-
point
you
where
see-
you learn yourself. Do your shadow work. Learn who you are, and when you learn who you are,
It's
can't
amazing
nobody
she
tell
even
you
used
about
me
you.
to talk about
Thank
her.
you.
But can I say this? I just because I
Y'all
know
have a
I
good
just
evening.
want to say
I gotta hear
this, Miss
Vinny.
G. I just want to say this to you. First of all, I want to apologize if I offended you, and then I want to and I want to apologize. No, I want to apologize on behalf of every man because what I've heard is just pain and hurt.
No,
And I
no,
wanna-
no,
I
I
wanna
hear that.
apologize.
I hear that.
I didn't jungle like that. Jungle like that. I know the type of that. That's pain and hurt.
Don't be
I
using
Frank told you get away from, and the
Hey,
man
you don't get your
said,
man.
and
Child, you couldn't hurt me worth a damn.
hey baby girl,
I
hey
don't
baby
get
girl.
hurt
I
by
heard a
lost
black woman
in
that
the
stand
sauce.
on what she
Hey,
stand
hey,
on.
hey,
Frank
baby girl.
operates,
Hey,
okay?
hey, baby girl. All I'm saying to you is I never said nothing about
Hurt.
you being able to
See, women,
fly,
you express yourself, you hurt.
fly. What? No, I mean you
When
talking about
when
me
you're
saying.
speaking facts, you hurt.
Go ahead and say it.
See what they
And
do
we
in
gotta
the
get away from that,
patriarchy?
though, Frank.
You see what
Doc,
they do in the
Doc, we gotta get away from that.
patriarchy, lady.
Wait a minute.
I'm trying to
I heard you.
tell you, they
I heard
here
you.
to
She
try
said
to
that.
hold your back.
Hold up.
The manosphere is
Hold on,
trying.
Miss
I
G.
said.
Hold on, Miss
She
G.
said that I said masculine energy had to deal with her about flying no plane. When I said it, and I said
Because
it,
according
I
to your
said
book,
it,
we only spoke.
I
We're not even
said-
supposed
Hold
to
on,
have
Miss
a
G.
career.
Hold on, hold
I
on.
said
Hold on.
masculine energy had to deal with protecting, providing,
Right.
and producing seed. Has nothing to do with what roles you play in the world and what you do. I made exactly what I said. But because again, what happens is when we've been hit and we've been hurt, we hear stuff that wasn't even it.
But see, us men though, Frank. Us men,
And that's why.
Venus,
And
Venus,
I,
can you agree?
And I was being a man.
Wait,
and I was just, honestly, I was being a man.
I got you, Frank.
by heart.
But
Jungle, I was being a man by saying, "Hey, sis, you heard me
But
wrong."
everybody's not a minister, Frank.
Right, but I'm saying, Jungle, you heard me wrong, and I just want to tell you, sis, me or anybody else, you ain't got whoever you hear, like you ain't got to worry about it. Nobody out. We want to see you make it. We want to see you grow. You know what I'm saying?
got you.
Even if she said that she can define her own
but
kids by
understand why.
herself.
But listen. But understand the women like Venus and Miss G that take that.
They ain't the
stand.
same women.
Listen.
Let her talk. She
No,
ain't in that category.
No.
No, I'm not.
She ain't in that category.
I agree with Miss G to the extent that women should definitely find out and figure out who they are,
Yes.
understand their
Exactly.
truth.
Amen.
This is where y'all separate yourself at. This is what I separate yourself at. You are comfortable with letting a man lead, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Letting a man letting a man lead into her life maybe 2%. Like, nigga, meaning his chances is slim to none.
And when I say lead, there's this understanding that, you know,
Understanding. There go that word again.
as a woman, you have to be able to know when to shut up and take a back seat. And I don't say shut up like, oh, you can't speak your mind, you can't do this. I mean, as far as, like, example, the dialogue between Miss G and Frank today, there has to be a point where we can be quiet and try to talk to actually understand one another and get somewhere. That's where Miss G and I differ, not in real life, but just on this platform. You know, I may shut up sometimes. But when it comes down to the church, this is what we were asking the question. Is the church why you still single? I asked very specifically each of you, well, if the church is why people are single, what can we do within the church to change that?
Create a black Bible. The need of the black Bible.
Hey, Jungle, can I say this to you, bro?
Let
And this
women
is-
do shadow
This
work.
is real truth to you.
Do shadow work, ladies.
You have great knowledge, and you have great to say. I will say the thing about the platform is what will always shut people down. The majority of black people in the biggest religion of black people in America is Christianity.
Yes.
Them people that anybody's religious way of life, they give their life to live and die by it.
Yes.
So to bring them out, I can't hit you to deliver you.
Yeah,
I can't be a liberator and also be an offender.
Yeah, because
And
it's not about bringing
saying,
you out.
So all I'm saying to you is, as you are, brother, You have a lot of knowledge to bring people into a place. You can do it. But once you offend where they are, they never gonna come out.
Yeah, and I do understand that 100%. I do
Absolutely.
understand because
But that's what any religion.
Because I hate the fact that it wasn't. Not every. I don't want.
And I know you passionate because you mad at anything that deceives people. You get angry about.
There we go.
And I'm with you. I understand that.
We scholars. Me and you scholars. So
I got
you
you.
understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Trying to insult my intelligence. Me and you went through midterm. Y'all went to college. Ms. G, you got what college
she went to
background,
college.
right?
She about to be
She
a
got a
pilot.
master's degree. She went to pilot.
Where they lie?
I went to Cal State Fullerton. So
Okay,
yeah.
so y'all understand about midterms and finals.
Oh, yeah,
So
hell
y'all
no.
know what that takes, them 10-hour nights of studying, right? So to get your intelligence insulted,
Right.
it's
got you.
insulting.
I got you, brother.
That's what makes you
So
more
that's
passionate.
where the passion comes from.
Absolutely, and to someone not sitting in the room, or to someone still sitting here not being in that passionate state, it may seem like, oh shit, hold up, wait a minute, be quiet, let them talk. When even in those passionate moments, we all still must learn what dialogue is and how to properly have it.
And in the marketplace, what I think people don't realize is because we've been so stuck that somebody got to tell you, in our tradition, in the black tradition, we ain't never, it's African of the marketplace. Even in the black church ain't quiet. The black church going, amen, hallelujah, I don't know. Black people engage in that type of way. And so what I'm saying is as we begin to wrestle, because we wrestling with strong things, you telling what you came to say, brother Jungle, you came to say is this. There's people who have, my sister said it, there's people who their identification is a white, stringy head European Jesus. Mm-hmm. That's who they think Jesus is. Mm-hmm. So now you got to erase that. You got to divorce them from what has been told. Yes. And guess what? It ain't easy to pull away from there. And it's not easy. So what I'm saying to you is it can happen. We can do it. All right, let's go.
Hey, all right now, look. I had to slide that.
He said we gotta go
because he was gonna keep going. But look, I just really want to thank all of you that's been tuned in from 7:00 until now. This has been a very informational show, and we have a really great person here, Jungle TV.
Appreciate
and I just
that.
want to thank you so much for all of the knowledge that you did bring today to the table. It was very enlightening. And I would love to hear a part 2 of really diving into the conversation and dialoguing between you and Frank about the topic, just to help our people. You know, he's a pastor. You believe in the many different gods.
The Netaru.
The Netaru. Look.
We just Africans dialoguing about how we see God.
I think that would be a great thing. Miss G, you came all the way from out of state to have this conversation, and you know that this channel, Why Are You Still Single? You know how much we love you, how much we appreciate your generosity on the channel. You know, they could have hit us with some super chats on tonight. You know, like, subscribe, and do what you got to do. Miss G, thank you so much for being flued out. She got fluked out, y'all. Fluked out. You know, fly me out.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, thank you. And to have you be a part of part 2 where we can actually mute their mics virtually, I think that would be awesome, because they'll have to shut up and then actually hear you. Not you. You know, you're good with the communication.
All right, Venus,
and
I
then
got
Pastor
you.
Frank, you know you my dog.
Yeah, I got you. I see how you doing me. You should have said, hey, you want a good
baby shower gift? Yeah. I'm fat. I'm all out of breath and stuff. Y'all gotta excuse me. But Frank, also thank you so much for bringing your gospel to the channel. You know, those who believe, we know that he died, that he was buried, and that he was rose again. So, you know,
he's alive again.
Those who that believe,
resurrected Savior.
And all
help him back.
Look, all you have to do is,
and he's coming back again. Come on,
all you gotta do
every
is
knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess.
What's the correlation?
Yahweh Yahshua.
What's the correlation
Yahweh
between Easter
Yahshua.
bunnies and eggs? What's the correlation of that?
Huh?
Easter bunnies and eggs. What's the
That's what the white people
I
did.
don't know about no white Easter bunny. I don't know about no eggs.
You didn't have Easter. You didn't have.
You
Easter
got eggs.
Sunday?
I got seeds.
So Frank, watch this.
Y'all didn't do no Easter?
We got. I just seen that comment.
Resurrection Sunday.
Miss G needs her own show. Miss G has been talking to us about her own show.
I think from
I just want to know about the bunny.
I don't-
Her
I
show
can't
gonna
speak-
call Hell and Large.
I can't speak.
Miss G,
That
somebody
ass.
asked about your show.
I
Before
can't
we
speak.
close out, I
Speaking
thought
of
you was
shows,
working on your own show.
on this closing, and we get ready to get out of here.
What's
And I
up,
appreciate
Tips?
everybody that tuned in. And shout out A1, the man behind us. It's communication.
Shout out
major,
to
man.
our-
I know how to
right.
get the stage. And plus, I make music. I'm a rapper. I've been rapping in
Oh,
front
you
of
don't want to
people.
go bar for bar though.
Don't do that to
look,
yourself.
look.
Anyway, so major shout out to
Oh
A1.
my God, as much as everybody, you ain't
major
gonna
shout
do
out to
me.
A1 for inviting me.
You gonna do me.
Make sure you click like and subscribe. As
gonna
far
do
as
me.
shows, I just want to kind of say I got my own situation going on. I will be getting up with the GOAT himself, A1, to be putting together the whole Jungle TV situation, which is a brand. You'll get familiar with it as we put the show together. No particular times, no particular dates, because I seen somebody speak about Miss G and her situation. I don't know if she has a show or what she's doing, but I just want to say on my end, Jungle TV right now on YouTube. You see some of my old music, old videos, and
That's the show.
just be on the lookout for me in the future. Hopefully A1 call me back. Hopefully I did my thing today, and
Oh yeah, you did your
that's what it
thing
is.
for most
I
definitely.
appreciate it.
But look, next week's topic is going to be another good one. It's going to be an all girl cast, and we are coming in and we are killing it. Next week's topic is why are men so sensitive and emotional?
Oh,
Okay.
Masculine. It's gonna be masculine and feminine.
So listen. I can't wait to unpack that conversation. We'd love to have you all come back and support the channel. Thanks again for your time.
They're
My name.
emotional because they're supposed to have some feminine energy. According to her.
Hey, my name is Venus, aka V the Goddess, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to Why Are You Still Single? We hope to catch you next time.